Welcome to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Here's a chance for Logan O'Connor. That hit the goal post. Save on Brock Nelson. Here's the trailer, Coughlin, and he scores. The unlikeliest of goals scored.
In game one, only got 1-3, but tonight, wow. Oh, Castle. Wow. Give me that Norse. Lucas Alexander sees Wemby, kicks Caruso.
Fashion. And now in the finale, off we go with a towering drive on the first pitch. Did he get enough? Merrill can't get there. It's gone. First pitch of the game. The pitcher hits it out. High fly, left field, driving back Collins, all the way back to the wall, leaping up. He can't get it. It is gone. He goes Oppo. Jaron Duran strikes again. What a series he's having.
It's over now. Purdue scores 3 in the 8th inning to come back and stun Illinois. Well, this is going to go a long way.
He's happy.
Very happy. Kazmar goes yard. The ground ball past the dive of decking up for a base hit. Jackson Franz gives Iowa the lead back. For the second time in this winner's bracket game, Frost and Iowa have a lead. And a swing and a miss. Higgins takes the 12 seed. The Michigan State Spartans on to Friday to the quarterfinals.
Good morning. Welcome in. Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Mail Medical. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. What's up, DB?
How we doing?
Oh, we're doing all right. How are you?
Oh, we're doing all right. Why'd you say it like that?
No. Sometimes I say stuff. I like to change my inflection, keep you on your toes.
Lord knows that's the truth.
Change the tone a little bit.
So pretty cool morning for you. I see.
Yeah, I was in the 40s this morning, so I had to bring the tennis bag inside. So you got to worry about the string tension. If it's below 50, you start having problems.
I'm going to just go ahead and go out on a limb. Like if you left that in your car as opposed to carrying a dead body, you would know the difference.
I have noticed the difference.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, listen.
It's like, what is the temp?
It was 46 when I got in my car.
Oh, do you want some cries?
No, I'm just going to bring my tennis bag in.
And a Whataburger. It's too cold for my racket.
You're the only one whining about this.
I don't understand, though.
Listen, just because you don't get the science of why the temperature affects the racket tension, that's not a me problem.
I mean, does it have to be that heavy?
Well, listen, I like to keep a lot of stuff with me, and it's just easier to have it all together.
Want to carry a dead buddy?
I got 3 rackets in there. I got my shoes. I got my ankle braces.
Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
I've got a little speaker in there so that I can listen to music.
Are we going to act like this dude just said he doesn't have 3 rackets?
Well, I have 3 rackets in there. I've got a couple more at home.
That's a lot of string tension.
Here's the problem, right? So when the strings naturally lose tension and you got to go get it strung again, it takes a couple days. So otherwise, if you don't have multiple rackets, then
I sure hope you're good.
You're missing out on playing, right?
You're pretty good.
I mean, we're getting there. Yeah. There's a difference between like rallying and like match play. I'm really good at rallying. I can rally with just about anybody. I'm still learning how to win matches because I didn't play growing up. I played no matches. So that part's a learning process, but I'm getting pretty good.
I think the funny thing about your peculiarities is when they're yours.
Yeah.
You're just like, how don't you get it, man? When there's somebody else's, you get the odd head turn, the little squint. Like,
you know what the difference is? Do
tell.
I just don't care. Like, I understand you don't understand my peculiarities, especially with the tennis rackets.
Well, there's a lot.
But I just don't care. That's the biggest difference.
I know this is off camera, but can I just see if one of those is Luna?
No, they're not. They're all Magic Spoon. That's the name of the company.
Magic Spoon?
Yeah, so they were originally a like breakfast cereal company that would put like extra protein and stuff in there, which I've never had their cereal. But my mom bought these cereal bars. I think one of them is like Pop-Tart adjacent. We can look at them. Yeah, so this one looks like Pop-Tarts.
I would just like to see the
This one kind of looks like a granola bar.
So, okay, 11 grams of protein. You're going to get your poop game, right? 6 grams of fiber.
Yeah.
Only 2 grams of added sugars. 170 calories. So 11 grams of protein for 170 calories it's okay.
It's not terrible because there's some carbs in there too.
Yeah.
This one is 11 for 140 calories.
There's 26 grammars.
Yeah, it depends on
Not to be confused with country.
Or Andy.
Yeah. Is he Once I Was 7 years old?
Nope.
Once I was 7
I don't
years
think so.
old. No, that's Lucas Graham.
Yeah, he's
Because in that song he goes, my mama told me, boy, make yourself. He goes, Lucas Graham.
Yeah, Andy Grammer is a little more upbeat.
Upbeat.
Yeah, I don't know how to sing it.
I've never heard of Magic Spoon.
I've gotten I got a lot of Instagram advertisements on there for a while when I was doing a lot of lifting. I think it was kind of reading my algorithm and stuff, but
Magic Spoon.
Yeah, it was mostly cereal. Now it's like bars and stuff. This one's marshmallow. This one's unopened. We'll see how that goes.
Do they make a hula berry?
I don't know, Shane. I think you need to expand your horizons though on the flavors though. They make we've got a s'mores. We've got a s'mores, a marshmallow, and we have a cinnamon brown sugar.
That's cute.
Pop-Tart adjacent.
Yeah.
Hey, slime me one of them s'mores.
Almost had our first fight yesterday.
You want one?
In the Benning household.
I'll try it.
Come here.
Come here.
Come get one.
Come here, son.
Oh, these feel like Cliff Bars.
Yeah, so
that's what they feel like.
Cereal is one of the guys is like growing out of cereal.
One of the boys?
Micah used to be the serial killer.
Yeah.
Like, no question.
Different kind of serial killer than
Cereal with a C.
Okay.
Bombed it.
Okay.
He's kind of weaning off, but since Caleb's been home, he's picked up on it.
Okay.
And so I try to get a couple of extra boxes just to keep the tension down.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, it was the Uncrustables that was almost the undoing of the Benning boys.
So like they're fighting over cereal?
Well, and it's not really Micah's fault, but Caleb brought a lot of stuff home until he moves to his new place in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Even though he still has his old place, I think he just enjoys being around. And all of a sudden they disappeared. And so he sat on it. He's like, hey, who ate all the Uncrustables? Now keep in mind.
Yeah.
This is a kid. I have a question. Yeah, can I ask this first? You don't have kids. Rico, yours aren't old enough.
Thank God.
Shane, whatever. This might be a cultural thing.
Okay.
So I won't use your kids because they're young. I assume they have to ask unless you're just running a Husker over there. But
for like snacks?
Yeah. At what age?
What's a Husker?
At what age did you have to ask your parents to open something that was unopened?
Ooh, I don't ever remember asking.
Of course.
I'd say up until I was about
of course.
I'd say up until I was about like 6th grade, when I guess they were just like, you can manage for yourself. But even then, it was still kind of like, I don't know. Like,
you don't count, but I think there's some cultural things.
6th grade?
You think?
Yeah, because like,
yeah.
No, because like my mom had like certain things that were like hers.
Okay.
And like, but we like the same things. So like you'd open it and then you would like realize, or like you'd go to get it and you just like open it up and you're like, oh crap. Like,
so you're like, nobody ever said who opened the such and such?
No, you bought it to be eaten. I don't know.
Of course. I have, you may be an X factor. Shane, at what point did you have to stop? You could stop asking to open things.
Never. They were always like, just do it yourself.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it might be a cultural thing.
I kind of think so.
Yeah, I don't know. The only thing I ever had like limitations on was if they bought something specifically for a meal they were going to make.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, hey, I'm going to use that cheese for this. Don't use it all.
I always got the line, God helps those that helps themselves. So
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Who said that? L Dog or Pops?
My mom would say that.
Really?
Yeah.
God helps those who help themselves. I could rock with that.
Kobe says I
Okay,
still
L
ask if I
Train.
can open something at my parents.
He might just be using manners if he's paying his own. If he,
Yeah, if he's
I don't
out
have
of the.
I don't have a problem with that.
So I'm more likely to ask now if I go to my parents' house than I was growing up, like because I don't
Because
live
you
there.
were that entitled kid that was kind of pampered because he didn't feel well.
No, because I don't live there anymore, and I know they didn't buy the groceries for me. So it's like, hey, do you have any of this? Do you mind if I grab something?
Sometimes my mom is offended if I ask. But
Yeah.
I think she's gone the other way now, where she probably would like to see me more. So she's like, you can fix yourself something to eat.
Like overly hospitable. Like
yeah,
hospitable
because
now.
I'll ask to shower or something like that. And she'll say, like, that's interesting. I do think it's cultural. Because I'm just telling you. And most of it is because I'm not used to having Caleb in the house.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel some type of way about just opening things I don't want opened yet.
Yeah, I've never had that experience.
I know maybe I don't know. Maybe it's me. I need to ask somebody else that looks like me because me and Rico are trending.
Should we call somebody?
Maybe it's a socioeconomic thing.
I already know that I'm going to feel that way when my kids get older.
You're going to want them.
I already know it's going to happen.
I mean, are you going to be the type of dad that will have like 6 boxes of cereal open?
No, but like I open my cereal and have little containers that I put them in because it's just easier that way than having to like roll the bag back up and close the box. So,
I mean, I don't know. That was one of my shower thoughts.
Are they like different varieties of cereal?
Well, so here's the thing. It didn't really see. I don't mess with the cereal, so I didn't really care.
Mm-hmm.
They can do what they want with the chips because I don't eat those either.
Okay. What's the one that's bothering you?
I drew the line at the cheese because cheese has expiration, and I want you to use what's open as opposed to having 7 things open. Of like, do we have to have the Gouda and the Chipotle cheddar and the American cheddar and do we have to have everything open at once? Like
you of all people should know those are all going to have different flavor profiles. You gotta not all cheese is created equal.
I get it. That was a very bad example because I have a ton of cheese. But let's say you have American cheese, like natural. That's for melting.
Mm-hmm.
If I have sharp cheddar, which is a little more firm, that's probably more for cold sandwiches. That's how I think of it.
No, I do too.
I
so
feel like that's how they should think of it.
No, I get that. But if they want to melt something, one's going to be open. If they want a sandwich, another one's going to be open.
He ain't thinking like that. He's just whatever I want. I'm just saying. It just caught me off guard because they were mad about.
I don't think you and I were that different socioeconomically growing up.
I don't know. You guys maybe pretended better.
What do you mean?
I mean, we were told we didn't have much.
I mean, there weren't like a lot of extras going around. I don't think
you wouldn't have known.
No, I was aware. I knew what was going on.
What, would you just compare it to the other kids in the neighborhood?
Well, yeah. I mean, like I went to other people's houses. I knew what was up.
So,
like, we weren't in bad shape, but like there wasn't all that.
So there were 2 people. I guess there were. So Cobbs, I was kind of he would get mad. Like, I couldn't just eat their food. The Eckleys, I couldn't eat their food. I used to try to sneak their fish sticks. And one day, like, he's like, man, I know you're eating our fish sticks. I was like, we don't buy fish sticks at our house, man. I'm sorry.
No, my best friend growing up, his parents would buy groceries
Huffman had all
for
the Duncan Hines stuff. So he had access.
Yeah.
Man, this dude had Pringles coming out of his ears.
Yeah, my best friend's parents and
we were buying like Kitty Clover, man. We weren't buying like Pringles.
Yeah, they would ask me, they're like, hey, we're about to go to the grocery store. Do you want anything for when you're over?
Yeah, that's different. Ain't nobody asked us that.
But my house, I don't think my house was that socioeconomically differently from yours growing up.
Did friends come to your house?
No.
Because you had that house?
I didn't have any of the cool stuff. Like, I didn't have the video games. I didn't have any of that.
They're like, hey, we ain't going to your house.
Like, yeah, it was always going to other people's houses.
Rico, what age could your friends start coming upstairs?
Well, I live downstairs, or I slept downstairs, so they could do that. But
Could your friends just
yeah, my friends could not go through the kitchen. No.
Okay.
My grandma made food for everybody. Though.
We're trending. Shane, what about you? You lived on a farm. Wasn't nobody coming to see you, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're miles from town, so
You
But
make
my
your
friends-
childhood seem miserable. It probably wasn't that bad.
I mean, I don't
I'm
remember.
outside of the pig poo, right? I mean, what else was?
I mean, the pig poo was not good. Cleaning that up was not fun.
I felt like I mostly had my friends' parents gave us kind of free reign around the houses. It was like stay out of their room, obviously. but that was about it.
Were they mostly
What word you looking for here, DB?
what they look like?
They look like friends.
If not friend, why friend shaped?
Exactly. They were all friend shaped.
Huh.
Robbie, were your friends white?
I mean, I went
is
to Miller.
it-
I went
I
to
haven't-
Miller North in the early 2000s. I think
Is
you can
Jimmy
deduce.
Neutron here yet? He's the
No.
epitome of
The
life.
He's almost here.
The lights are off. He's not here
Well,
yet.
hey, Ravi, I feel you on that because in middle school, my
Yeah.
friends would come over to my house because I went to middle school in South Omaha and they all lived around there.
Mhm.
But in high school, I went to Bellevue West. None of my Bellevue West friends ever came to my house in 4 years.
BRG, how old are you? I want to know.
Oh, so it wasn't that nobody ever came to my house. It just wasn't the place to hang out because I didn't have the stuff, right? Like
My Bellevue friends didn't want to come to South Omaha.
like I would go to Busky's house because he always had the Xbox and stuff. We'd play video games. He had like a weight room in his basement, so we would, work out there and stuff in high school. Like he had cool stuff.
Emmett, his childhood was free reign, except for his parents' bedroom, which I get.
Yeah, that was basically like the adult bedrooms were off limits, but after that it was kind of free reign. Like we'd migrate. I was mostly at two friends' houses the most, Brett and Busky, and it was basically free reign. But I've known Brett since I was 3. So
Maybe it's how I was reared. I was a big use it up before you open something else. But now, like when my mom has the grandkids over or whatever, it's like god dang free for all.
yeah, it was always just like, well, if you don't want the thing that's open, then open the other thing. You know what I mean? It's not like it was going to go bad. Like all of it was going to get eaten.
Wow.
Like we weren't wasting any food.
Interesting.
I don't know if it's might be cultural.
I don't know though. I've never gone over to a friend's house going, you know what? I wonder what they got for Pringles and just kind of like went through their food. That thought never occurred to me to even think about that until you even brought it up. Like,
Yeah, and I know some of my friends would come over just because my mom would make stuff. And
Yeah.
she would set it out, but she dictated
What was out? Yeah, no, it was just really at Busky's house. We would do we just go up and like raid the pantry. Like
so
it was,
clearly with teenagers and college kids, they should just get to do what they want.
I would.
I mean, that's the sentiment I'm getting. I just don't know if I can't like you kind of weird me out.
This is just what it was. I didn't think it was weird. There was at one point where Busky's parents got mad at me for asking. I'd be like, "Hey, you mind if I go get?"
So you didn't have any qualms going to other people's homes and being like, "What are we eating?"
I did until they were like, "Hey, stop asking. Just go get the thing you want."
All right, this is going to be the telltale.
Yeah.
When your friends got ready to eat dinner, did you have to leave?
No,
Of course not.
no.
Jesus.
If they were like ordering, they'd be like, "All right, Ravi, what do you want?" Or they'd be like, "Hey, we're having this. If you want to stay." But
only certain friends.
I only really went to like a lot. I only went to like 2 people's houses.
Didn't you feel like you were like you didn't want them to be responsible? Like
I felt like I was.
That's when the old self-awareness was starting to be developed, huh?
I felt like I was part of the family. I've been in like 4 of that family's weddings. Like we are.
Yeah, but you didn't start out that way.
I mean, it got that way pretty early. Like we were pretty close pretty early. So I don't know. Like I asked when I first got there, but it started with like sodas, right? Because I love my diet pop and whatever.
Yeah.
And they'd always have they had the best stocked garage fridge I've ever seen in my life. Like
Kobe's actually throwing me for a loop. He has some actual sense right now.
No, they would order us take it. They would order us whatever.
Huh.
Like if I was over there, they'd be like, "Hey, Ravi, we're about to grab some Big Fred's or something. Like, hey, is there a type of pizza you want?" And I was like, "I'm cool with whatever, guys. Thank you."
T-Mac, that is the least surprising thing ever. Least surprising thing. I'm guessing when he said, "Now the grandparents," I'm guessing that's on the other side of the family. Maybe his though, because grandparents all of a sudden give in.
There are other people's houses I would not have had that level of comfort in.
Mm-hmm.
But I was particularly close to that family, so it was, or a couple of the families, and that's what it was. Just kind of was what it was.
I feel like
Brett's family took me on vacation. Like he was the only child, and he was like, "Hey," they were like, "Hey, can we?" What? When I was in high school, they took me on vacation.
Oh,
absolutely not.
Oh Lord.
He was the only child, and so they're like, "Hey, it'll be more fun if he has a friend with him."
Who's doing that's some post 2000s type stuff.
Yeah, it was early 2000s.
Even my friends, who I'm guessing are like your friends, would not have taken me on vacation that family.
They were just straight up like, "Hey, it's more fun for Brett when he has a friend. You want to come?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's go."
You guys got to just start saying you have white friends. Just start saying that.
All right. Even my white friends who are from Texas would not have done that. And they got that.
He comes in out of nowhere with a Mike Tyson punch out.
I mean, I think I made it pretty clear where I grew up.
Hey,
although Brett went to Elkhorn, not Millard North, so
Austin,
not that helps.
AJ.
Yes, Queen.
That's my favorite bit of his now.
At what age in your household did you have to ask to open something that was unopened?
I know. I was listening in while I was getting here. I know exactly what it was. It was the minute that my older brother graduated high school, because then my parents just didn't care about me anymore.
Oh, jeez.
They have legitimately told me
about that.
There's a 4-year difference in school between me and my middle brother.
Yeah.
And my parents have straight up told me, "Yeah, we kind of figured we were done parenting at that point, so you were kind of on your own."
So what were you, 13?
I was a freshman in high school.
Okay. So that's even older. See, I don't think that's odd.
I think it's incredibly odd.
I'm with you though, DB, that my house when we were growing up in Sydney, if something got opened and the other thing hadn't been finished yet, then there was going to be a big discussion about it.
Yeah.
Because everything needed to be wiped out before we ever got more food.
Are we talking about different food items?
No, I'm straight up serious.
Clearly shook.
Listen, if we had shredded
Grandpa asking for permission because he was a 6th grader.
Because I'm trying to figure this out here. It's so if you got a can of Pringles and that's open.
Well, there's never been a can of Pringles in a Jacobson house, so that's already wrong.
Okay, let's say you got a bag of Cool Ranch Doritos.
Again, there's never been a bag of Cool Ranch Doritos in the Jacobson house.
Go something plain label.
Okay,
sure, fine.
I'm just using examples here. Okay, maybe you could ease up here. Let's say you got I don't know all the.
I didn't mean to start all this. I was just genuinely curious.
What's the Walmart brand? The Market Pantry? I don't know. Let's say you got a brand of Market Pantry chips and it's the tortilla chips.
Yeah.
And then you've got the knockoff Mesquite Barbecue Lay's Market Pantry chips. Those are 2 different chips. You're telling me I have to finish the tortilla chips before I open the barbecue chips?
I'm starting to realize that although I am of, a complexion of this show, that
great value.
My childhood was much poorer than your guys's because we didn't have any of those things.
You just didn't have snacks at your house?
No, we were strictly meal household. There were no snacks.
The funniest thing about this whole you're mortified that people
I'm trying to
just
understand
couldn't do what the frick they wanted to.
So so when you're talking about you can't open another one,
you mean if I wanted multigrain as opposed to saltine, I didn't have to finish those crackers?
I mean, who's eating saltines? We're a club cracker family. What are we talking about here?
You ain't never just ate a sleeve of saltines?
No. Dude, so we will
saltines?
Ravi, your privilege is showing, and it's disgusting.
This is unbelievable. This is the most believable, the dude, he can't get his mind around
We're
this.
smashing saltines for funsies?
Bro, there was a time when saltines were an elite snack.
Also, yeah, I would come home from school, saltines and peanut butter.
Yeah.
The closest I got were little
tuna and crackers.
The closest I got were the little oyster crackers. I liked grabbing those, like the little.
Oh, God.
Just grabbing
I've
them.
never eaten a handful of oyster crackers in my life.
It's the same thing as saltines. They're just bite size.
That's not true.
It's not true.
It's not true. You think oyster crackers taste like saltines?
Yes.
You're an idiot.
Hold on.
Or take a tortilla, just a tortilla, put a little sugar, a little cinnamon.
It's like Fritos.
Oh, yeah, I've done that.
The hint of corn.
I've done that.
Yeah.
I've done that.
I love the way that Rico says tortilla.
Yeah, his heritage is kicking in.
How do you say it, Rico?
Tortilla.
All right, so I'm trying to understand this here.
Oh,
Are we talking about?
I think you're a ding-dong.
No, are we talking about opening up another bag of the exact same item, or are we talking about just opening up any other item until that first item is gone?
Well, clearly you're classifying flavors of chips as like their own entities.
They are. Like a tortilla chip is used for different things than like a Dorito or a Lay's barbecue.
So what I would say to that is we typically wouldn't open a bag of Tostitos or plain whatever unless we were having like pan nachos or something. We wouldn't just have those and open them up. It would be kind of a waste because
you were never just like, I could use some chips and salsa right now.
No.
Okay. So maybe tortilla chips are a bad example.
Do you know where this whole thing started?
Where?
Caleb just wanted 3 chicken breasts, frozen. He goes, "Do you have any chicken patties?" I go, "I don't really."
That kind of the breaded ones he's talking about?
Yeah, like I think he was thinking like these regular circle ones. And I'm not.
You can buy them frozen or whatever, yeah.
And if I'm gonna buy something frozen, it's of a different quality, right? Because I obviously vacuum seal things that are frozen. So there are these other kind of whole, like all white breasts. They're unevenly shaped. They look like something you'd put in a deep fryer at a restaurant. So he's like, I'll just have 3 of those with cheese. I said, that's it? And he's like, yeah. He made his plate or whatever, and he had some chips. And I said, man, that looks kind of like an old school struggle meal.
Okay.
I was just.
Yeah, like poverty nachos?
Yeah, just plain light,
Yeah.
And it opened up this whole discussion about what we're talking about now.
I was a big poverty nachos guy.
What do you know about poverty? Your parents clearly kept you sheltered from the fact that you guys were middle to lower income and you were experiencing all the joys that life has to offer.
I felt like we were pretty squarely middle class. So like we had the things we need, but there weren't like a ton of extras, but there was never like food restrictions.
You can't have poverty nachos if you have multiple chips bags in the house. That's just so true.
Robbie's poverty nachos just didn't have jalapenos on them.
Versus the triangles because he needed something to hold the
I'm not
salsa.
a jalapenos guy. No, it was just straight up just tortilla chips and then shredded cheese and microwave that mug, and those are your poverty nachos.
Ravi goes, oh, well, our personal chef only had Gouda today, so our poverty nachos are a little bit worse than usual. Sorry,
I guess we're using American cheese.
The funniest thing is you just can't get your mind around like parameters, like boundaries.
I think there is a mistaken sense here that the way I am now is how I grew up, which is not the case. But I am having a hard time wrapping my mind around the fact that like if I've got barbecue Lays and I've got Cool Ranch Doritos, that both of those bags are not allowed to be open at the same time.
So I'm confused. Are you suggesting you have more or less white friends than you had growing up?
I don't know that was what I was talking about. Just socioeconomically, I'm in a different spot now, mostly because I don't have 4 kids.
So more white friends.
He's such a dick.
I would say I have more friends in general, but
So is no one taking you on vacation anymore?
Poor kids.
I'm
You're
just saying I could
such a
make the
slob.
exact amount of money that my parents made, and I would be living a very different lifestyle.
Well, you'd be like Joe Jackson.
Like from Michael?
Steel worker making bread.
Big Tito guy?
BRG, did you ever tell me how old you were? If you know poop on a shingle, you're clearly older.
I'm not aware of.
Did I miss it? He might have said it.
No, I don't know what.
You don't know what poop on a shingle is?
You know, I think the great ones complain about a hair in a shit sandwich.
Is that the one where you had like cream beef or whatever and you put it on?
I think it's like chipped beef, but yeah.
Okay. You're like cream beef. I don't know, man. I didn't. That's. And you put it on a piece of bread or what is it?
It's. I mean, people eat it. People eat it different ways. So, can I just ask something?
Okay.
So, were you the type of
This
guy
is a tough
that
look for me with my tennis bag in the corner, by the way.
Yeah. So, I felt the freedom to ask because of the 3 rackets and the multi braces and the
like the string tension.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know if you know this, but when I need a racket restrung, it may take a couple of days.
Did your parents ever let you open a second tennis racket if one was already open?
Wow.
When I was growing up, I got my tennis rackets from Goodwill. All right. So let's ease up there.
So the answer is no.
No, I had like one Goodwill tennis racket growing up. That was it. Again, how I grew up and how I live now are a little different.
Oh, man. So,
yeah, what were you going to ask? You're going to ask something.
So, did you like have club crackers and Ritz and saltines and like as a kid?
Probably not all at the same time. Usually,
I think that's kind of Austin's point.
So we would usually have saltines or oyster crackers. We use them interchangeably. I understand apparently not everyone does, which is news to me, but that's fine.
Dude, no, who has cheese and oyster crackers?
I don't know. I don't. We didn't have we weren't like a Cheese Whiz family though. Like we weren't like spraying cheese on.
I'm just talking about regular cheese and crackers.
Oh,
Cheese Whiz was expensive.
I wasn't putting cheese. If we were using cheese
now,
if we were using cheese and crackers, it'd usually be Ritz. So we would have like saltines and then maybe another one.
So saltines would be like slumming it?
No, saltines would be for like soup. Like if you were putting it in something, that's about all we use saltines for.
Oh.
Like if you made soup or something, then the saltines, or that's why we used them interchangeably. Because in a soup, the saltines or the oyster crackers are basically the same.
I use saltines to make nachos.
What's that? You use saltines to make nachos?
Yeah.
I don't want to knock the hustle because maybe that's all you had, but that would be interesting.
That's horrifying. I agree, Kobe. Like club crackers, I could go through a whole sleeve of club crackers. Those things are fire.
Are those the ones that are oval?
No, they're rectangle.
Let me make sure.
In the green box.
I know I'm talking.
And they're like a little buttery. They're real good.
So that's where I get out. I don't need the butt. Let me see. Club.
T-Mac, I still don't belong to a country club, homie. Like, what are we talking about here?
My kids love club crackers.
Got to listen to yourself.
I had a.
those
are good.
They're okay.
I had a.
I don't like the buttery deal.
I had a concrete city tennis court next to my house. That's why I played tennis growing up.
You know the crackers I rock with? I like metal net. I need crisp. I like
the buttery.
I like the simple thins, like sesame, and I'm on this. I just put them in my Instacart. I like is it nut thins?
Nut thins? Wheat thins?
No, I don't like those.
Well, I don't know about nut thins.
It's a crisp sesame. There's a definite trend. I like crisp, and I'm probably more earthy than buttery.
You like the grainy stuff?
Yeah.
I really liked. Somebody mentioned in the chat earlier. I
watched Zoe eat asleep. My mom turned me on to. Do you know that you don't care because it's too lowbrow, but you can buy like 1 or 2 sleeves of like extra crisp saltines. Like there aren't a ton in the box, so they're known for their crispness.
No.
Yeah, you don't get a ton in a box, but like my mom turned me on to that. She's like, "Oh, they stay so fresh." She's a big fresh.
Saltines for me have like
fresh cracker.
Saltines for me have a very specific purpose. Like I don't look at saltines as like that's my go-to versatile cracker. That's probably more like a Ritz or a Club. Or I can use it for whatever.
I would not thumb my nose at you if you had saltines on your charcuterie board. I get it. Like it's Travis Justice would be like, saltines, not TB. Come on. No, the dude can make some sweet charcuterie.
Dude, charcuterie boards are
they're elite.
Incredible. Love a good charcuterie board.
Yeah. I don't need dates, but anything other than that, I suppose we should.
Somebody Phantom was talking about chicken and biscuit crackers. Those were good. I love those.
So when I was a kid,
I agree, Kobe. Saltines are for soup. I have saltines for very
the chicken and biscuit crackers, if I remember right, had a crack component to it. Like it was hard to stop. You have a handful, you're probably going to knock off the whole thing of chicken. Yeah, I do remember those.
You're putting that box to sleep.
Yeah, I for do sure. Remember. Those were elite. Do you remember Better Cheddars?
No, I don't. Better Cheddars.
Circular, cheesy, crispy. It's fine. I don't know how we got here, but God, these personalities are classic.
So me and Kobe,
which ones, Headley? Better Cheddars or chicken?
They still make them.
I wouldn't probably buy the chicken biscuit ones.
The chicken and biscuit ones are really good.
Dude, those were fire.
Yeah, those are really good. I'd mess one of those up.
Those were fire. I don't tip. I let Zoe do the cracker aisle. What? Dude, he's been on a roll. He's had some low key scuds, but some of them were directed at you, so I didn't repeat them. But Coordinator's on. He's on a heater.
He's in the seaweed crackers from the Juan and Wyatt aisle.
Dude, he says some low key, like
it's messed up because that is the same aisle.
Oh, I know. He's a trip.
Yeah, like one side it's like Mexican food. There it's like Asian food. And it's like,
do you know what they call the aisle?
It's like ethnic. Isn't it? Yeah. It's just they might as well just be like brown people. You shop here.
Here's the things you can't pronounce.
How you trying to give them half an aisle when the Asians have an entire grocery store?
Do you know I was on Instacart this morning because I wanted Xiao Wing, cooking wine.
Okay,
because I'm marinating these thighs.
Yeah,
and it kept redirecting me to like sherry and red vent, like these alternatives, and I'm like,
the white people versions.
Don't any of these people like shop at Asian markets?
You gotta go to the Asian market, man.
God, I'm like, stop redirecting me. Anyway, I just told on myself, but still.
Heath was talking about this was like right in my wheelhouse. Those like
Heath with the light A,
with
ginger,
with the hard R on ginger. We were he was talking about the Totino's pizzas, like the little 99-cent pizzas, frozen pizzas. Dude, we smashed those.
Kale jam, quite the opposite. This is one. There's always a DB moment, right?
Yeah.
You know why I'm using Instacart?
Why is that?
Because your boy.
You have a gift card?
No. I clicked. I was traveling. I was on the road, and I didn't want to wait for the team bus, so I needed some groceries for the room because I have my routine for pregame, so I don't whatever. And I was like, fudge, I'm just gonna pay the $9.99 for the Instacart pass to get so I don't need minimums for my orders. I clicked annual and not monthly.
Oh,
so it got me for like 99, whatever it was.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get my money's worth.
You're gonna use it
KJ, I'm gonna get my money's worth till that thing expires
100%
in September or November.
Dude, that's the thing. Like, we've got.
I was like, damn it.
We got Amazon Prime or whatever. So if there's anything I can get on Amazon, like I'm getting it. Like you're getting my free delivery.
Yeah, like the Instacart will come to my house for like a $9 delivery, and there will be no service fees.
Heath, I agree. I'm a big Fritos and chili guy. I love Fritos and chili.
At the gas station yesterday, I saw
it's a good move.
Chili dog Cheez-Its.
Oh,
And I let Zoe go with me because we needed to buy ice, and she
I
likes
would
to
try
see
those.
if she's on this thing now where she likes to see if she can pull ice out of the container because it's basically a nightmare.
Mhm.
You need like a chisel and a jackhammer to get ice out of the bins, and she's like, I got it. It crashed. The plastic breaks. I was like, yeah. Run the hook for that one.
Well, you said it wasn't padlocked.
Anyway,
T-Mac says we had so much Totino's pizza growing up. I don't even want to smell them. My kids love it. Dad, can we have pizza? My wife buys it for him. I refuse. I'll still smash a Totino's pizza on my little pizza pizzazz, my little cooker. Love that thing.
I am afraid of the optometrist.
Yeah, man, you got to go to the CNI doctor.
It's you see, I have to get
Yeah,
out
it's
of
getting
the
pretty
light to
bad.
see Rico.
You're like,
I just like getting this view. I can see just fine.
Can you not say that while you raise your eyebrows up and down?
the eyebrows. The eyebrows. I just like this view.
Yeah, I don't like it. That's exactly how you said it. I don't know.
Okay. It's fine. That's fine. Can't wait for baseball and softball today. You guys can flip all the way off.
Yeah, DB, I don't know why they're picking on you so much. Today was supposed to be a make fun of Ravi show. I don't know what that's about.
I just was looking for a frame of reference on.
I just can't believe you guys had to ask to eat food in your own house. Like, that's wild.
Ask?
Yeah.
First off, it wasn't my house; it was my mom's house.
And I think they were just
so real. Bars, Rico. That's so true.
Wait, did you see like Drake this morning? He's dropping bars.
Got Iceman over
there. I was genuinely worried about you, but because you were not very active on the group chat.
Oh yeah.
Is it because San Antonio took the loss, or
no? I mean, once that game went about how I thought it was going to. That's why Heath got mad at me the other day. It was because I was like, "Hey, I know they won, but they're going to need better out of those."
I doubt he was mad.
No, he was a little steamed. We texted about it later, and he's like, "All right, I got a little emotional. That's all right."
He keeps it a buck.
He does. Yeah, no, he's legit. He's pretty self-aware.
Oh, shoot.
And because I texted him later,
That's
I was
funny.
like,
You noticed that in others.
well, listen, just because you don't like the things I'm aware of doesn't mean that I'm not aware of them.
God, you hear the spin cycle? That was clutch.
I'm pretty quick sometimes.
God, you're worse than our kids.
So I knew they were going to need more out of their guards than they got in game one, because you're not going to get a Wemby game like that every time, especially
Kobe.
What did Kobe say? Iceman turned. He says Jinjas are emotional creatures.
I have got to hear Kobe's voice.
Yeah.
Sure.
All caps. Iceman turned. This is the same guy that goes, I effing love club crackers, which I do too, Kobe. We were on the same page with the crackers. These saltines are just for soup. Club crackers are elite.
He had a strong take on hibiscus.
Oh yeah, he did. It's effing disgusting.
Facts.
No, I thought that game went about how I thought it would, especially, I mean, once they were having to work really, really hard to stay kind of connected to OKC. And then once Harper went out, like that just wasn't going to work. Castle hasn't been good enough. He's been way too loose with the ball. Like he's not ready to be the primary ball handler on a team in that situation. You really need to hope they get De'Aaron Fox back for game 3. You really hope Dylan Harper's hamstring is not banged up long-term, but I expected them to lose game 2, especially after the way game 1 went. And if you're going to officiate a game in which Hartenstein can be that physical, Wemby's going to have a hard time.
Yeah.
Like it's just
he's struggling. What?
Like Hartenstein was hyper physical with him. And if they're going to let that happen, if that's how they're going to officiate the series, I'm not saying good or bad, it's going to be harder for Wemby.
You know I was ready to adopt Emmett, right?
Yeah. What did Emmett say? Oh, Emmett, that's my guy.
Yeah, I'm kicking him.
You kicking him out the club? He's almost the same age. You could adopt him. He's about the same age as some of your kids. Emmett's a young one. He's only a couple years older than Caleb.
Dude said the word. Like, what are we talking about? He apparently didn't listen to the new release. Jesus, Emmett.
I haven't listened because I don't care for Drake at all.
I just had Drake up here the other day.
I know, and people were asking why you were doing that. We got Coach Rhule and we got Michael Jordan today. What do we got?
Elite recruiting, and an elite player.
We got a nice little commit yesterday.
You could. Well, and we'll talk to. Sean's at 8, right?
Yeah,
about 15.
Yeah. So the long-awaited. This is new for us.
This is the debut. Debut.
I know why you were thinking Dubuque.
Iowa.
Yeah. Big Donahue guy when you were growing up.
No, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it was a talk show.
Phil.
Google Donahue, Dubuque, Iowa.
Okay, we'll figure that out.
It's. Do you know how to spell it?
Donahue.
Donahue, Dubuque, Iowa.
Like Phil Donahue show.
Yes.
Okay.
And you will maybe chortle to yourself.
All right. That's we've got Sean Callahan coming up at 8:00. We've got our regular Thursday guests at 8:45, Brian Edwards, and 9:00, Michael BRUNTZ. That's the show for today.
Hey, and I feel like I need to talk to BRUNTZ and Ben and Nick, guys that we rock with. How are we not at the baseball party tonight?
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys.
Huh?
Real cool. Real cool.
It's not even that far from my house. Are we not at the baseball party?
Saying we invite you guys on the show all the time.
I'll let BRUNTZ pimp it because we like BRUNTZ, but
you think
they're having a baseball party.
You think there's anybody in the state that talks more Nebraska baseball than we do?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Just putting that out there.
Yeah, and we have all those guys on.
If there was a Nebraska softball party, probably should be invited to that too.
Maybe it'd be worth the price of admission just to see if they could get me to drink a. I don't want to say it wrong. Is it cross strain or train?
I think strain.
Cross strain.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, big old party. It would be like I would be like the anti Forrest Gump scene. I would be the Panther at the other party.
It's time for getting to find your Black Panther party.
Okay, I don't need you to do the scene.
What, at the Marvel party?
The what?
Marvel.
Big Wakanda guy.
I am a big Wakanda guy.
Leave him alone.
Different party.
Comics are a party.
More Wachovia than Wakanda.
Oh.
That's a good pull. Come on.
This is pretty fun.
That's a good Marvel
I'm
pull.
just trying to get my bearings back from what I've learned about everybody this morning. It might be me. I'm willing to say it's me.
Feel bad for you guys. You can eat at your own home.
I think we should just have a cracker party and see what you'll eat. Like,
my whole life is a cracker party.
I was just gonna say I just had one. My 20th reunion was last year.
I was waiting for Austin to say something.
If you guys want to see a real cracker party, May 8th, 2027, the Jacobson wedding. You guys are gonna look like a bunch of black olives hanging out there.
Ain't no party like a cracker party.
Be like, all right, late night snack. Here's your saltines and peanut butter. Let's get on the dance floor. And it is Mama number 5 for the third time tonight.
Let's be honest.
20 minutes ago, Sasha goes, saltines and peanut butter are elite. I saw it.
How many times can one group do the Cupid shuffle?
Oh.
The limit does not exist.
I meant.
How many times can one group do the Cupid shuffle poorly?
Okay.
How many times? How many different Journey songs are appropriate at a wedding? And how many times can Mr. Brightside play?
Okay, I'm thinking more chicken biscuit, better cheddar.
That's the white millennial anthem right there.
Club. That's like
Mr. Brightside is like the Star Spangled Banner for
what's play that for. What is Shane? Do you have that?
The Killers.
I do not have that.
I should.
I'll
probably
play it for you during the break.
I should probably know what that song is.
You'll know what it is once I play it. Let's take a quick break here. We'll try and regroup before we talk to Sean Callahan. I don't know if he's got real strong feelings on crackers or not. We'll see.
I bet my guess is his go-to would be, I bet he's a club guy. I'm going to go Triscuits. People still eat Triscuits? They have all sorts of flavors now.
I would guess, if I had to guess, I would say he's either a club cracker guy or a Wheat Thins guy.
Nah, Sean's a Ritz guy.
What do you?
I can see
you can't even put anything on a Wheat
No,
Thin.
they just make them flavored. You just eat those things.
No.
You know what I used to do with club crackers? I put a little jelly on them. Delicious. A little grape jelly on a club cracker.
You wasting jelly on a club cracker?
It's not wasting. It's good. You get the buttery with the little.
That's a waste of jelly.
Pretty Anglo. It's fine. You do you.
Pretty delicious.
No judgment here.
I mean, there's been a lot of judgment here. We'll be right back. More Hurrdat Sports Live coming up next.
It's time for Stars, Stripes, and Savings at Edwards Chevrolet. Save $12,000 off MSRP on the 2026 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 RST, a truck deal worth celebrating. 2 Chevys, 2 ways to save, this May only. We've also got the 2026 Chevrolet Trax 1RS starting at $299 a month. Don't wait. Get in on Stars, Stripes, and Savings this May at Edwards Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you play 55 games like we have, and, every one of them counts so much, and, you guys pour so much into it. You feel like you need a bit of a reset. So, yeah, it's good for, everybody just to get their feet back underneath them, or reset our pitching, and get us some practice days, too, just because you don't really get those as the season goes along, and you play as hard as these guys have, and it's more about recovery than it is anything else. So we gave them a couple days off. We got back late Saturday night, early Sunday morning with that bus trip back through the storms. So then we gave them Monday off as well. So yesterday was our first day back. Yeah, we kind of hit back on the stuff that the guys all get tired of doing in preseason, like the picks and rundowns and the bunt coverages and the PFPs and some of those things we don't normally get to hit on much during the season. So we'll make sure we kind of sharpen those things up before we get going.
It's time for Stars, Stripes, and Savings at Edwards Nissan. Lease the 2026 Nissan Rogue Platinum starting at $349 a month. a platinum lease for less this May. 2 Nissans, 2 great deals. Only at Edwards. We've also got the 2026 Nissan Pathfinder SV starting at $399 a month. Another win for May. Don't wait. Get in on stars, stripes, and savings this May at Edwards Nissan.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Mail Medical. That's DBM Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. We will be joined by Sean Callahan in a few minutes here. I still don't know if I'm supposed to take another break or not. I was unclear on that, but that's okay.
I appreciate Austin's not only his sarcasm and his ability to like fight back.
Yeah.
But he's very efficient. Oh, I'm sorry. I've never done this before. Okay. It's like, wow.
I was just having trouble understanding. And
all right. To be clear, I begrudgingly admit that Ravi is right. I didn't realize what time it was. I thought it was 7:45, not 55.
Okay.
That's on me.
Okay. That's all. That's why I was confused. I didn't know how an extra break would help in this scenario.
Hashtag Ravi was right. Okay, that's fine. Let's move on.
That's all I needed. That's all I needed.
That's about it.
To be fair, we also lose track of time pretty frequently. DB looks up and he's like, "What do you mean it's time to take a break?"
Yeah. I don't know. It started out as a harmless question about boundaries, and it turned into a lot of revelations.
Like the last book of the Bible?
Just revelation.
Yeah, I know. People make that mistake a lot.
No plural. My buddy MK, he had to ask. I'm beginning to think it's a generational thing, although Kobe threw me for a loop because he's only in his high 20s, but his may be more about respect on how he was raised. But I think it's a generational thing because MK and I are roughly the same age. He had to ask permission.
I want to be clear. At all but 2 of my friends' houses, I would not have just like gone and got stuff.
You can't go back and get it. I mean,
at my house,
you revealed a ton.
Or my parents' house, it was kind of just like, hey, eat what you want. I don't want to have to deal with you. You know, also like they were both working. So by the time I got to a certain age, it was like, hey, you're going to eat. You got to figure it out. So go.
Yeah. So you're at any of your friends' house, did your dad did they have like the big piece of chicken or things that were off limits, or you just like, well, whatever. Leftovers in the fridge.
I mean, not really. I don't remember ever being a big piece of chicken talk. That does not ring any bells.
It's kind of you
mean like a category of like, hey, these are the things that dad gets? Because
yes.
I don't recall anything like that.
Yes.
There might have been, but maybe he got to go first in line. I don't really remember. Like if we had gotten.
Were you okay? This is.
Hey, we're going to Hawaii. Timmy needs
Nobody
a friend.
went to Hawaii.
Do you want to go?
Nobody.
That's crazy.
There's Oregon and Washington. Just made a little trip.
Did you ever like eat any of the leftovers?
Feeling a little lonely. We're gonna get you guys some groceries, and maybe you could just play kitchen.
Oh, just like they knew what kind of snacks I liked, so
snacks.
They kept the salted nut rolls like on point. They was always there, always.
That's crazy.
The salt and got like a lot of times there's like salami or like stuff for salads in the fridge for us.
Have your own.
We would fight over the last fruit roll up, and this dude is like, "Hey, what snacks do you need?"
To have your own snacks at a friend's house is wild.
Well, like my friend ate them too. It wasn't like I was the only one eating those snacks.
Hey, here comes snacks. What do we got?
you know.
Hey, the snack kids
I
coming.
used to think, you know, that story in the Bible where like they're down to their last bit of flour and oil and it just lasts for like 30 days or whatever. I used to think there was some miracle going on with the salted nut rolls because every time I would open that pantry, there's a new box of salted nut rolls. And I was like, this is incredible.
Did you eat yourself out of those? Because I've never seen you eat one before.
I just don't get them. I really liked them when like at high school, college, when I was hanging out over there all the time. But it's not something I like crave. It's just I liked them, and now it's kind of it is what it is.
Yeah. Everybody gift Ravi salted nut rolls for every holiday.
I'll eat them. Yeah, I'll still eat them. It's not like I'm over them. Like, it's not. I can't do like animal crackers anymore unless they're frosted.
Somebody dropped Teddy Grahams. Caleb used to.
Ooh, Teddy Grahams are good.
Caleb used. Well, that's what we called Aaron Graham when we were playing.
Teddy.
Called him Teddy Grahams.
Yeah, I got real burnt out on animal crackers because that's like back in the day when I first got diagnosed. That's what they'd always treat low blood sugars with, and I was like, yeah,
I've never been an animal cracker.
I'm over those. I'll still do the frosted ones, so those are pretty good.
The only thing I would go back to that I craved as a kid would be zingers. I could eat roughly 34 or 5.
Thank you.
Do it, DB.
Vanilla zingers.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Wait, did he say something nice?
Yeah, he said, I missed some of the beginning. Is Robbie getting shit for having friends with nice parents? Yes, I am.
Yeah, pretty much. DB, don't go back for the zingers. They changed the way they taste. Like something in them, they don't taste the same. It's very sad.
Headley says Austin offering his friends tuna casserole for an after school.
I'm gonna ask my man Sean. He's a South O guy. I bet he grew up with some boundaries.
We got our guy Sean Callahan here from Husker Online. Sean, how are we doing this morning?
Maiden voyage here, guys. Well, I appreciate the invite. Thank you.
Your audio sounds great. Thank you.
Listen, he's a pro. You should have never told me that you're available.
So once you guys went off the radio, I became available to your show. I told Damon that because obviously I have an agreement with a station in town that I've been with for a long time, and so it always prevented me from doing local radio. But I'm excited to be on. Thank you, Damon.
Oh, yeah, man. It'd be a ton of fun, man. I told you, careful what you ask for going forward, man. Sometimes we'll just hit you up on a humbug and be like, hey, you got a random 28 minutes to talk nonsense?
Yeah, shout out Coach Rhule.
Yeah. As his message boards know. Gascan, I got to ask something first, right? Salt of the earth, South O kid. At what age did you have to stop being able where you didn't have to ask to open something that was a grocery item? Or was it just a free-for-all as a kid?
Yeah, what I remember growing up is like pop in the refrigerator was like special. Like you didn't get pop and like soft drinks all the time. So like that was a big deal. Like you had to ask for permission to open up the 2-liter of RC Cola. I couldn't.
That's a good pull. What about like chips or
like snacks?
We didn't. I mean, honestly, like we had some of that stuff, but I just felt like we didn't have like a pantry just stock full of Costco goods, you know, like it is now.
Regular dude. That's a regular.
All right, so
guy.
now last nonsense. Well, maybe one of the last nonsense questions today. Do you have like a go-to cracker, like a Ritz or a Club or a saltine? Like, do you have a go-to?
I like the mini saltines.
My man.
And you put those in soup, not the big ones, like the small little square ones.
You almost had me. You lost me at soup.
That's what saltines are for, soup. That's what I was saying.
Hey, so Sean, you have younger kids? Like, do your kids have to ask to open things?
Yes and no. I mean, yeah, the pantry just go in there and grab whatever they want, but obviously like candy and stuff, they're not just going to go grab candy. But you know, my daughter now is going to be, she's finished, it's last day of 6th grade, so she's getting up there. She knows what she's a swimmer, so she's eating the protein in the morning and whatnot. So I'm not too worried about her necessarily. But I got a 3rd grader, and you know, she'll eat, if you let her, she'll eat stuff she shouldn't be eating. But she's so active, it doesn't matter at this point.
See, boundaries.
I'm unfamiliar with those, as you can tell.
Clearly.
Sean, let's get into kind of the thick of it here. Obviously, Nebraska gets another big commitment yesterday in the 2027 class. It started off super hot. I'm kind of more interested around the kind of macro view of this 2027 class. Started off super hot, a lot of momentum. and then things slowed down a little bit. Seems like things are heating back up. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, it goes in waves with Nebraska and how they have to do their recruiting. I mean, you get these, now they're 2027 kids. You try to get them here in the fall. So last fall, get them to a game. And then ideally you get them back, whether it's in January or March or April, and get them here for a spring visit. Then you get them back for a official visit. Then the coaches go on the road in January. The coaches go on the road in the spring. So all of that matters. And very rarely is a kid going to commit to Nebraska that hasn't been here multiple times. You need somebody Phil Machian said this, Damon, years ago in recruiting. You get a kid here one time, really good. 2 times, great. 3 times, and they're interested. You really have to F it up to not get the guy. I mean, if you get somebody in their family here engaged 3 straight visits, usually a pretty good sign. Now, recruiting is not recruiting as we know anymore. I mean, there's a negotiation element and other elements. And, I'm guessing Jordan yesterday, Nebraska obviously had to come in with a very good commitment to him as one of their prime offensive line guys in the class. And that's what you have to do now in recruiting. Who are your first round, second round draft picks that you're going to commit to? And then who are the developmental guys that are still good players that maybe, like, hey, this guy might take 2 or 3 years, and you can bring them in on just more of a standard roster spot. It's a totally different game with recruiting, but clearly yesterday Jordan is a priority guy that they beat a lot of. When you see who they beat for him, all right, Nebraska's committed to this guy. This is a big target for them in this 2027 class.
It's interesting too, because I think when you're talking about priority and segments and committed monies, there has to be, safe maybe isn't the word, but I talk about this duality of wanting to play in both worlds. You want top flight recruits, but a lot of these guys now, the last year or two, are asking for like 2-year deals. I know that can't always be appealing to schools. Like, you'd like to tie maybe a second year or something to like playing time, but how fine a line do you think that is for Nebraska, where you want to be in the discussion, where you don't have to read about the disappointment of being the bridesmaid, but understand you have to fiscally be pretty savvy too, because you want to see some ROI.
Yeah, and it's different now. If you commit from your rev share, you have to pay that money. Where in the collective eras, there's a little bit more gray area with the money and how you could do things. So if the University of Nebraska, like, yeah, we're going to commit 2 or 3 years to you at this amount of money, that's a big deal, because that's coming right from the university at that point. So you better be right. And you don't want to just hand out a lot of multiple year deals in recruiting, because you're committed to that guy and you want to make sure he's a fit, because you could get a kid here and realize pretty quick, like, man, this guy, he can't play, or he's not what we thought. So, and with freshmen coming in, I think we saw them do a really good job this year with Claude Mpuma already working as the number 2 left tackle, Danny Odom, obviously, as a defensive back that they're very high on, Luke Sorensen at the tight end, Jamal Rhule. I mean, they clearly had priority guys this past year, and you saw the path that they were on in spring ball, that these guys look to have a future moving forward in the program. And as you start to look at this class, like Trey Taylor, Torrey Pittman, Jordan Agmonova, you go down the line. I mean, those are, Corey Hadley, Amir Brown, Tay Ellis. I mean, there's priority guys in there. And there's going to be more visitors coming into campus. And that's always what I'm interested in now, is how big can this class get? And, how many more big names that require multiple year agreements or whatever the agreement is. How many more of those types of guys can you add to this recruiting class?
John, do you wonder if there's a sustainability issue in terms of recruiting at the high school level that way? Because I look at it and you go, okay, even in the best evals of the best classes, you're getting, I don't know, you might know this number better than I do, but I would say between like 50 and 2/3 of a hit rate, 50% and 2/3 of a hit rate on any given class if you're doing a really good job. And that means you've got a lot of money sitting on your bench that's never going to contribute. Like, do you think we're going to see that start to even out at some point in terms of dollars committed to high school recruits? Or how do you see the feasibility of that moving forward?
Yeah, we've kind of finally gotten through this COVID era where these players got the extra years, and we're hopefully moving into a 5-for-5 era. But it's just been so hard to manage these eligibility clocks. I mean, here you've got 5 or 6 more players on this team that are seniors right now that could get another year of eligibility next year. A quarterback, a couple key defensive backs, an offensive lineman. You go down the line of some of the players on the current Husker roster. So then that affects what your money, that affects your roster spots, your recruiting, maybe what you have to do in the portal. So there's always obstacles that you just can't predict. And 5-for-5, I think, is going to create obstacles because you might get Andrew Marshall back another year now. You might get Anthony Calandria back another season, and you go down the line, Brendan Black. So it kind of changes. Like, all right, we're good at these spots now for a whole nother season. So how do we manage that money that we need? Do we get more developmental guys that we can not maybe pay as much to and let them kind of have 2 years to learn and get better, or do we hold off and try to get other transfer players? So Pat Stewart has a tough job, and Matt Rhule has a tough job to manage it because, as we know, they don't have endless money at Nebraska. They have good money, but they have to be smart about what they do. In terms of how they manage this roster, knowing some of the obstacles that can just happen that a day or two ago you didn't realize were going to happen.
The dichotomy of what you do is fascinating because one of the reasons I find you interesting is because there's the recruiting aspect that your business does where we're looking at rankings and how the perception of guys coming out. And then there's this business aspect too that you have to understand, where you guys know in the industry, you can look at a guy and see that a school's in the hunt or there's a top 4 or 5, and it ultimately could come down to money. It could not be about money and more about the actual recruitment. But the perception from the fan bases would be, oh, they lost out on this player, they lost out on that player, or we didn't have enough money to do this. Like, how interesting is it to kind of know that there's more to it than just being able to sit down and win a kid over in a living room and know that may or may not be a reflection of what that school is willing to spend?
Yeah, the relationship of the assistant coach used to be such a bigger it's still a big factor, but it used to be like one of the biggest, if not the biggest factor. You think about like John Blake in one recruiting class, he got Marlon Lucky, Barry Turner, Philip Dillard, Ndamukong Suh, all in one recruiting class. And that was John Blake and his relationship ability. And it's still important to have that. But you're right. I mean, there's the roster spots, the opportunity for playing time, and then obviously the financial commitment. So all of these things kind of factor in more than just the assistant coach and winning, quote, in the living room. And now with recruiting, you really don't get the old school living room. If you remember the old days of recruiting in January, when it was just a February signing day, it was 4 straight weeks where the coaches would visit the same kid every single week. And they would go in the home, go out to eat with the family, and the head coach could come one time, but that assistant coach might visit your house 4 different times in the month of January each week, where you really did have that relationship. Where now you get maybe one in-home visit, and it's not like in the winter, it's in the spring, or you might have a January 1 too. It just depends on how things play out, but it's totally different with the role of the assistant coach and the other factors that go into recruiting now than it was even 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Sean, you mentioned the financial situation at Nebraska. Good money, but not endless money. I think that's a really good way to describe it. When you look at the ruling by the CSC from Nebraska, I think it was last week, where they lost some of the appeals on those deals to do with Playfly and everything there. Do you think there's actually a world where it could be a positive for Nebraska, that there starts to be some much more strict guardrails on this thing for a school that, again, has good money but not endless money?
Yes and no. I just don't know what to think of the CSC thing, because I do believe the CSC wants Nebraska to resubmit, obviously, as you heard Brian Seeley say, and just get this worked out. The CSC does not want to go away. They want to stay where they're at. I mean, they've got an enforcement staff of 20 people. Brian Seeley's got a very well-paying job to run this thing, and they don't want to see this thing blow up with a bunch of attorney generals coming at them and the players. So you hope everyone's learned from this, not just Nebraska, and just, you know, how will they resubmit these deals to go through? And the thing about the CSC is they can change these rules as we go along. It's not like these are the rules for the whole year. Like, I mean, the CSC, there's been things that have changed, you know, in motion. So that is the challenge. None of us have ever done this before. And we're learning as we go along. And I think Nebraska's learning as they go along, and they thought they were doing things the correct way. And then they were told, oh, this is the wrong way. But there is a correct way to do this, resubmit the correct way, and hopefully this thing will get squared away. But by no means, I don't think the CSC wants to deny these 18 student athletes their money. I mean, I think it comes down to getting this done properly, and hopefully everything moves forward.
Hey, so you know what's interesting in kind of listening to the fluidity, because you're talking about the ability to change rules down the road. And I've been saying this for probably, I don't know, Sean, maybe 8-9 months, where I don't know what like the breakthrough will be, but at some point, whether it's Coach Ravel or Coach Bolt or Coach Rhule, Coach Hoiberg, Coach Manning, at what point do you think we'll admire, at least appreciate? I mean, because right now there's a lot of bitching and moaning in terms of the fiscal dynamics of college athletics, that will be appreciative of how nimble Nebraska's athletic department and Troy Dannen, who's, you know, taking a ton of flack, that will be like, hey, you know what? These are pretty difficult waters to navigate with the fluidity of what you can and can't do, right? I'd liken it to going to work every day and not really knowing what you're going to be allowed to do.
Yeah, you look at what Nebraska's done this year, though, it is remarkable. I mean, it is one of the best sports years that we've seen at Nebraska in a long time. And the leadership deserves a lot of credit for that, the way they've armed these coaches to have success. Nebraska currently ranks 8th in the Learfield Directors Cup standings. The best finish they've ever had all time was back when you were in school, Damon, 96, 97. They were number 4. Won winter sports this year. Nebraska finished 3rd, only behind Michigan and Ohio State in the point standings. With baseball and softball and track and field, they should get a bump. And I mean, it's not out of the question that Nebraska could move up in that. So it's quite an accomplishment, considering the bell cow football has not been at the level it was, say, in 96, 97, but everything else has continued to hum at such a high level. That got my attention. I was looking at that last night. I couldn't believe that they're at 8 right now in those Learfield Cup standings, which, you know, wasn't that long ago. Nebraska was outside the top 25, outside the top 30 as an athletic department. So give Troy Dannen, give Trev Alberts before credit, just for the way they set things up for a lot of these programs that have success. I mean, look what Mark Manning's doing. I mean, who would have ever thought Nebraska 2 years in a row would finish ahead of Iowa in wrestling?
Look at obviously he's been able to do in the portal, right? Just the flexibility with working with the athletic department and the relationship I think your athletic director and his staff have with those coaches seems pretty hands-on.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I think Troy is very hands-on, as was Trev, but Troy wants all these sports to have success. I mean, it's clear. I mean, and he's a competitive, fiery athletic director. And I mean,
I like that part. I know people get mad, you know, and we'll get to the ticket seating and stuff like that. But I mean, at the core, you feel it, right? When you talk, he's intense. He's highly competitive.
Oh, I mean, he's an alpha. There's no doubt about it. I mean, when he shakes your hand, he's going to give you a good grip in the handshake. And you know, he has done a good job leading and getting things right. I mean, I love what he's doing for Will Bolt. Number one, the scholarships. Yeah, they're going to get Nebraska baseball to over 30 scholarships, which is going to be
renovations. And
then the renovations, the locker rooms. I mean, how many? I mean, it's been like 25 years. And have you ever been over there to those locker rooms in the offices? It's like, is this like a throwback Pizza Hut? I mean, this thing is like
Listen, if they got a buffet up in that mug, I'm there.
I think those things have come back, by the way. But you go in those offices, and it's old. I mean, it's a throwback in time, and it's been long overdue. And I think, give Troy and the athletic department credit. They've figured out a way to have a good relationship with the Abel family, and who they share the ballpark with that organization. And it's a lot of work to get some things done there, but they've been able to do that. And with the winning this year and the crowds that we're going to see, hopefully at the regionals and the super regionals, this is the perfect time to kind of give the upgrades over there and do what you need to do. But these scholarships, guys, that they're going to give across the board, not every Big Ten team's going to do that. And I think that's going to really help a lot of sports like wrestling, baseball, even like the women's swim team. They're going to see their number increase significantly, where they'll be one of the best women's only swim teams in the country when it's all said and done.
Let me ask you about like actual revenue streaming and hosts, right? You're seeing there'll be 16,000 fans between Schwab and Bowling these next 48 hours. It's an NCAA hosted event. Schools will get a little bit of money for that. When you're looking at in Lincoln in particular, if Nebraska baseball can put themselves in a position to host, and softball's already doing it, what's a fair number on which you think money Nebraska can actually count as revenue in that column?
That's hard to say. I mean, because I just don't know the breakdowns of the concessions and whatnot, but the local economy. I mean, think about last week too, guys, the Big Ten track meet. Every single downtown hotel was booked. There were 18 men's track teams here, or 17 men's teams, 18 women's teams. They had 40 charter buses of athletes and staff at this track meet that filled the hotel. So that was a huge economic driver to Lincoln, where from Wednesday to Sunday, if you walked around downtown Lincoln, I mean, it was like an Olympic village of Big Ten track athletes everywhere you went, which was cool to see. I mean, did you see those 100-meter times, Damon?
Yeah. And listen, I'm having lunch at Jason's Deli trying to enjoy a nice, healthy salad, and 35 Ohio State track people come in, and I'm like, what is going on? But, it's elite. And I know you and I were talking about the track times on the board. That's another sport. And I get the little level of disappointment. No disrespect here, Rico, with the women's finish and how they feel like they maybe left some points out there where the men are nationally. But again, it's just another one of those Olympic sports that's benefiting from kind of the relationship that they've been able to have with that athletic department.
Yeah, and they've always been good at track, but I mean, it's really eye-opening when you realize they didn't host a track meet here since 2019.
Yeah.
And that you talk about all the dysfunction at Nebraska, what this leadership and the problems, that right there is a great example of that you could literally go from 2019 to 2026 between hosting a track meet, and you have one of the top track programs in the country year in and year out.
And the conference.
And they won some conference meets without hosting outdoor events. It's really remarkable. Now with Oregon and USC in this league and some of the teams, it's going to be hard to win the Big Ten, but they were that close to doing it. And if they would have had a sprinter from Lincoln High on their track team, they might have done it. I mean, how about Deja? I mean, she's remarkable.
Unbelievable what she continues to do. And the funny thing about watching her too is, and I like this just about a lot of the athletes in general, is just pretty unassuming, right? I get the flash of the style, but like you sit down and you talk to her or you listen to the interviews, and it's like, listen, man, it's just somebody that loves to compete. I like the fact, and I'll use her as an example as with this next question, Sean. I see what Nebraska is trying to do with baseball, how they're recruiting. The type of people that Coach Bold is looking for. You certainly see it in football. We saw it work in basketball. It's more about fit and the demeanor, not necessarily the rankings and the stars. It may be a slow migration But do you think coaches that don't want to relent and have to kowtow to money will try to get back to that in terms of evaluations for their student athletes?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's only so many sports you can give money to. I mean, in some sports, money is just extra scholarships, but I think at Nebraska, you've got to look at football, volleyball, and then the 2 basketball teams. Those are the sports where, you've got true rev share dollars to actually pay athletes, where a lot of the other sports, it's simply like, hey, we have extra scholarships. So now this guy that was on a 60% is 100%, and they get a stipend. And, if you tell a partial scholarship athlete, say from a few years back, that we're going to give you a full, plus you're going to get a cost of attendance stipend and your housing paid for, I mean, that's a major NIL deal for that sport. And that, even for baseball, that didn't exist. And now you're going to see that exist moving forward, where that's all those guys want. I mean, there's an element of baseball where in the SEC, you're going to have, 8 to 10 programs that do go crazy in the portal and buy players. But look at LSU. It's not really worked out too well for them with the chemistry of their team. So it's easier said than done just to go out and buy. I mean, ask the Mets right now. I mean, they're not having a very good year right now in baseball. Baseball is one of those sports where the chemistry and the culture matter. And that's where Will Bolt and Rob Childress and his guys have just done a great job of building, where it's, they don't have the dollars to just go out and buy the biggest arm in the portal like an SEC team does, but they do a very good job of identifying and developing, and now they have more full rides to give.
Sean, you mentioned kind of the fit. We were talking about the kind of rankings and how they work. Obviously, you've been doing this for a very long time in this world, as long as anybody around here. And we were trying to kind of explain to people a little bit how sometimes we get enamored with like, hey, this guy's a 4-star and this guy's a 3-star. Do we always understand that like that's not necessarily as big of a gap as it necessarily seems when you're doing these evaluations?
Give them the wide receiver one.
Yeah, like if you're the 13th wide receiver in the country, or 13th might be high. Let's say you're like the 23rd wide receiver in the country and you're a 4-star, or you're the 56th wide receiver in the country and you're a 3-star. Like that seems like a big gap, but that's not necessarily, especially if it's a fit situation, like a 33 spot gap may not be as enormous as it would seem on the surface.
No, a high 3-star is still a very good player. I mean, you think about, I'll give an example of a high 3-star. Nathan Gary was like a high 3-star, and he went on to be an all Big Ten player, a multi-year pro. So yeah, I think we get caught up with that 4-star. We've seen a lot of guys come in here with that 4-star and not do much over their careers. So it's about identifying and developing first and foremost. But in recruiting now too, if you find the good 3-stars, it probably tells you you're not having to pay as much money for them. And I think that's the other element now these recruits and these agents get worked up about is, they want that 4th or 5th star, because that's an extra chip at the negotiation table when they're shopping these kids around to schools.
So sad.
And you get that 4th or 5th star, and that gives them more ammo to ask for more money from these schools. So, you see some kids gripe about their ranking now on social media, and to me, it's about the money. I mean, I think a lot of kids are like, they want the 4-star because they know it might mean more opportunities for them financially.
Let me ask you, I'm going to gravitate towards Nebraska's offensive line and classes and what Jeep Wade has been able to continue. But with the defensive staff and the new additions on offense as a whole, whether it's Corey Brown or Manning or Orich or Yelk or Jeep Wade, Teasley, are you kind of getting a sense, or what's your feel as they're hitting the recruiting trail? There seems to kind of be these, I don't know, I think it looks a little more unified. I get the talent aspect, but I hear the word fit a ton, and I can't tell you how good I feel about that, because I ultimately think you want to beat Illinois, you want to beat Minnesota, you want to beat Michigan State before you get to talking about Oregon and Indiana. You better have guys that fit in your program to help you with the development piece. Do you see that from the outside looking in?
Yeah, I think particularly like Jeep Wade, what he's done has got everyone's attention on the offensive line. I mean, they have a clear plan and a type of player they're going after. And look what Jeep did in the portal, essentially bringing in 3 starters. And now what he did this week, and there's probably more coming. Katie Jones, also from Grayson, could be joining.
And you could get a third from Grayson.
And so, yeah, you look at what they've done and what Jeep has done. And I like the fact that they still area recruit to some degree, but the coaches really focus on their guys that they want. And we've seen it done both ways, where you area recruit and then you bring in a position coach. But I like the fact that the position coaches kind of spearhead their position and make the decisions of what they want at each position. And you can do that now because recruiting, you're not taking 25 high school kids anymore or 30 high school kids anymore. You're taking probably 15 to 20. So I do think it's a little bit easier to zone in on your board because you don't have as many spots, so to speak, because you have to hold spots for the portal and you have the roster limitations and other things. So I do think you really can zone in on a plan now in recruiting and say, all right, these are the guys that we want. And these are the spots that we have. And it's not like the old days where you had to take so many more high school guys and you could get away with a few misses because you took a lot of them. Now you better be right, obviously, because you don't have as many roster spots, and you better make the right decisions because it's going to cost you financially if you don't make the right decisions.
How about how they've just set themselves up, Sean? And you and I, we've talked about the numbers. Your board talks about the numbers where you have 80% of your roster is a redshirt freshmen to redshirt juniors, where you're in that thick part where if you have a good year, like you're on the verge of getting ready to be an old team, right? You had the 83% retention. You have a functional year in which you look like you're making progress as a football team. The retention level has a chance to maintain, but the crux of your team is about where you want it to be if you're going to try to have an upward ascent.
Yeah, you look at the roster right now, there's only 12 true freshmen and 12 redshirt freshmen. I would venture to guess in the history of Nebraska football, it's never been that low. Yeah. But then there's 43 sophomores, right, 31 juniors, 18 seniors. So they're at 116 players, counting the grandfather names, so they can be over 105. But yeah, they've really, that third year group of players, the third year sophomores.
Yep.
I mean, those are the guys that was kind of the last of the before the 105. So they went really aggressive. And that will be like when you talk about walk-ons, I mean, that will be the last group of like true walk-ons where Nebraska brought in a large group of other players, in-state wise mostly, to go with the recruiting class, where now they can't do that. But you're right. I mean, I think if they can get you look at the senior class too, Damon, because you could get Jameer Kahn back, Andrew Marshall back, Cam Lenhart back, Brendan Black, and Anthony Calandria. So if those 5 players return and you have a solid year, plus then what you have behind them, it's going to be pretty impressive when it's all said and done.
Sean, when we're talking about fit, we had this conversation yesterday, DB and I did. When you're talking about fit, especially when we're talking about the offensive line there with Jeep Wade and him knowing what he's looking for and what he wants to look like, when you see schools that are really, really successful at the evaluation portion of this, how closely do you tie fit into the players they recruit with how well you know what they're trying to do as a football team?
You mean what it's supposed to look like?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're talking about like how like the team they play on in high school?
No, I mean, so when they're going to college and say like Iowa's a great example of this, right?
Illinois,
we know exactly
Minnesota.
what Iowa, Illinois, Minnesota, we know what they want things to look like. How closely do you tie their ability or that identity with their ability to find the right fits on a consistent basis?
Yeah, like Iowa and Minnesota, Rick Kaczynski, former Iowa assistant, former Nebraska assistant, told me this once. He goes, the difference of recruiting at Iowa versus Nebraska is at Nebraska, sometimes you feel like you have to swing for the fence on every recruit. Where at Iowa, you can take a Cade Pieper from Norfolk Catholic, who's 240 pounds, or Logan Jones, and watch those guys develop in that system, because the coaches have been there for over 20, 25 years, and they have a kind of a system and a blueprint in place. Where at Nebraska, we've had so much change and turnover. I think every coach that comes in feels like they're on the clock immediately. And you don't have the luxury of even a PJ Fleck who, I think can be at Minnesota as long as he wants to be now. And obviously Kirk Ferentz is going to be at Iowa as long as he wants to be. They have the ability, I think, to take players like that, knowing that, hey, I'm in no rush. My fans aren't on message boards, looking and analyzing every single move. And
Nettie could move James Madison, right? I mean, experience, guys in the building. He knew his players. Like, nobody's mad that he brought over, 30 guys from JMU.
Where if that happened at Nebraska, I think people would be like, how are we going to beat Ohio State? I mean, so that is the one thing, having the microscope that we have, the media coverage, and obviously the passion of the fan base. The passion's good a lot of times, but it does, fans can definitely question a lot of things and it puts pressure on the coach, obviously. But that's why Nebraska is Nebraska. That's why we are the lowest populated state other than West Virginia in the Power 4, yet we're one of the top 10 in terms of budgets, in terms of athletic department revenues in the country, because of the great fan base here.
Staggering. I mean, last thing from me, Sean, I was kind of comparing and contrasting because we actually talked to Jeep. He was in Logan. We figured out what he was doing to work out the time to talk to him. And we talked about attention to detail and kind of what he's looking for. And you mentioned he's getting everybody's attention. But quietly, Nebraska's been able to recruit the offensive line position fairly well. You probably have the data. You look back from like 2013, 2014, 2015 on, they've been able to grab highly recruited offensive linemen. Why do you think we feel so much different about the direction with what Coach Wade and Coach Teasley are doing? Do you think it's because they outwardly talk about what it's supposed to look like and we can see it? What do you think the difference is?
Yeah, you talk about the evolution of the O-line recruiting at Nebraska. It really did change in 2004 when Bill Callahan got here. I mean, think about what it was before that. I mean, you took a bunch of interior linemen, guards and centers, and you played a completely different system. And then Bill Callahan began recruiting a pro-style lineman to Nebraska. And it's hard because there aren't a lot of pro-style linemen in the state of Nebraska. Mm-hmm. So you have to go find these guys and identify them, bring them in, make sure they fit. And it's tough because in this part of the country, South Dakota, Kansas, Iowa, Nebraska, there aren't many of them. And if there are some of them, everyone's going to recruit that guy. So you've got to go find someone from Texas or Florida or Georgia or California and hope that you develop and find the right guy. And it's not been easy, as we know. That's been one of the real struggles over the years, is just the ups and downs of the O-line recruiting. And you cannot win in this league without good O-line play. You cannot win in this league without good D-line play. If you have those two things, you're always going to be in every game. And we saw that 2 years ago with Nebraska. I mean, they went into Columbus, Ohio, and they held the Buckeyes to one rushing first down the entire game, with guys like Nash and Ty and Jamari Butler on that front line on defense. And the same goes for offense. You've got to have that consistency. You can't have games like we saw last year, obviously, with the 9 sacks and some of the things that, set them back with the O-line play. So I do think Jeep, with the 3 new starters coming in, hopefully an improved version of Elijah Pritchett under his watch, and then the steady, reliable Justin Evans, with Gunnar Gatula being as good of a veteran as you have as kind of the 6th man. It's a really good group right now. And I'm excited to see and even have Tyler Knack and Sam Sledge. And you go down the line, they've got a solid top group. And then you start to look at the future of what that line could be. Hopefully Claude and Puma continues from what we saw this spring. Don't really have a great read, Damon, on guys like Juju Marks and Sean Hammerbeck yet, what they're going to bring to the table. But I do think you think about that line. If Brendan Black returns for a 6th year or 5th year, they'd have Tree and Mbanga and Black all back next year, with Gatula probably plugging back in as a starter if he's not a starter this year. And then you essentially just have to go out and find a replacement for Pritchett at that point, and hopefully that could be in Puma or could be a guy from the portal. So I do think Jeep has this thing on the right path, particularly with what they did in the portal. That was clearly the priority, to get guys that can play at the Big Ten level. And you hope Calandry is an X factor. His mobility can really change what this offense looks like under Dana Holgorsen.
I'm sticking to my guns too, because I think people thought he was the third of the three coming in originally.
Mega.
He's going to be the best of the bunch. I felt like that after. I'm like, oh, that's different. And he's young too.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at his frame and his legs. I'm weird. I'm checking out his ankles.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, what are you doing down there? I'm like, you're going to be way good. Last one, Sean, softball. If you had to gauge the environment of the 3,000 tonight, over that probably with whomever's going to stand, you got the Ruby Malin factor, the hometown. You got you've got Nebraska's buzz, the home crowd. Would you, if you had to decide right now, would you take 8 o'clock at Bolin or 5 o'clock at the Schwab tomorrow?
It's going to be hard to beat. I mean, I do think the Schwab is going to be pretty electric, and I'd be surprised if that game starts at 5. Just looking at the storm.
There's no way.
I mean, that's probably going to be like a 8.
I hope not.
I don't know. I think we lost him.
Oh, he's really good technically. If he's gone, he'll be right back. He is pretty good at this.
Are we gonna have weather issues tomorrow?
I hope not. But did I see it's supposed to be in the morning, right? Not late. Because that may push it back.
Seems like pretty much all day.
Are you sure? You don't know anything.
I'm just looking at my app.
That privileged life. You wait for somebody to tell you what the weather's going to be, don't you?
My mom is my weather person.
Of course.
Listen, she keeps on it.
You're consistent. I'm not mad at you.
I think Sean's back. There we go.
He is. Yeah.
Sorry about my phone. So my phone rang, and I guess it boots you off here. It was your boy Munson, Damon. So Munson, we can blame Munson on that.
I got you.
And in about 20 minutes, Sipple's going to call me. I'm usually his first call when he's leaving his morning show.
God, I just got done, and I mean, like, what do you think? It's
his laptop broke this week, so that was a whole deal. So I had to get him a new laptop and get him set up.
I can't even laugh because I can't do anything on my computer.
Can you imagine Sipple when it comes to knowing his passwords?
No. I just can't imagine him setting up a new laptop. That seems like a nightmare.
No, I did it.
Okay.
We've got it figured out where, like, on Chrome, everything kind of pops back up if you log it in. So, that part's easy. But yeah, getting him connected, because he's had to go up to the office and work all week because he doesn't have his laptop at his house right now.
I watch him.
I
type
feel like a
with
penguin.
those glasses on the edge of his nose, and it gives me the willies. I'm like, are you gonna make it through? Like it's like, hey, hey, Don, I'm working. I'm just like, sip, relax. It's all good. Sean, I appreciate it. We'll steal you more. I'm gonna get your guy, Bobby Schneider, aka Bobby Schmurda. If you think he can handle the heat, I like him. He's pretty loosey-goosey. We'll see if we can keep him on the guard. Well, we don't really have guardrails at this place, but
Bobby's from Binkelman.
Oh yeah, I've spent time in Binkelman. I took a little propeller plane out there to speak to some ranchers, and I will never get on that kind of plane again, ever.
Yeah, don't watch the movie La Bamba.
Wow, that's awful morbid, gas can. That wasn't nice.
We're really showing our age here, by the way, with the La Bamba movie reference.
Are you
with the big bopper pull over there?
Are you gonna venture out tonight, or are you gonna watch from your home?
Well, I'm gonna watch from home tonight. We're gonna go down tomorrow, though. I've got 4 tickets. We're gonna go down to the baseball game tomorrow. I was at state girls soccer yesterday, so I've already made one trip down. We took the girls to watch the Pius game against Blair, and that was a great game. And then I watched my boy Joe Moss. They fell short, but that was a good game last night against Lincoln Southwest.
I tell you what, man, ran into a buzzsaw.
Yeah,
an absolute buzzsaw. Leave early, and are you an umbrella guy?
I don't think you can bring it in. My dad works at the stadium. He runs the check-in gate for the media. So if you go in that skybox suite at his retirement job, he works at the ballpark. So Maybe my dad will let us sneak an umbrella in.
Yeah, I see nothing. I see nothing. All right, buddy. Be safe.
Sean,
Thanks, guys. I appreciate you.
You got it.
That is Sean Callahan from Husker Online. Great stuff there from Sean. Might have to mess around and make him a regular. That was good.
We're we're easy.
Well, I don't know about that.
Like Sunday morning.
Depends on if we're talking about crackers or not,
Or doggy treats.
Yeah, you still got that doggy tray here.
Yep.
Damn it! We'll be right back with Brian Edwards, our Vegas insider from Major Wager. That's DBM Ravi, Lulla. It's Hurrdat Sports Live.
It's time for Stars, Stripes, and Savings at Edwards Kia. Lease the 2026 Kia Sportage EX starting at $259 a month. A great lease to kick off May. 2 Kias, 2 reasons to celebrate. Only at Edwards Kia. We've also got the 2026 Kia K4 GT starting at $239 a month. Don't wait. Get in on Stars, Stripes, and Savings this May at Edwards Kia.
I think obviously it doesn't hurt, but it was February. And even just watching the film, and they're probably doing the same with us, it's like, oh, that part of the lineup's different. I mean, they have a different person playing second base, a different person playing first base. But what it does tell you is, like Jordy says, they're competitive. They've been in every fire this year. They've played a really strong schedule. I think that the margins are razor thin between the two teams, that we've got really competitive pitching. We've got experienced players. We've got kids that hit the ball in the park. We've got players that get on base, and we've got two teams that play good defense. So, I mean, we're familiar with them in that way, but at the same time, that was February.
It's time for Stars, Stripes, and Savings at Edwards Kia. Lease the 2026 Kia Sportage EX starting at $259 a month. A great lease to kick off May. 2 Kias, 2 reasons to celebrate. Only at Edwards Kia. We've also got the 2026 Kia K4 GT starting at $239 a month. Don't wait. Get in on Stars, Stripes, and Savings this May at Edwards Kia.
I think obviously it doesn't hurt, but it was February. And even just watching the film, and they're probably doing the same with us, it's like, oh, that part of the lineup's different. I mean, they have a different person playing second base, a different person playing first base. But what it does tell you is, like Jordy says, they're competitive. They've been in every fire this year. They've played a really strong schedule. I think that the margins are razor thin between the two teams, that we've got really competitive pitching. We've got experienced players. We've got kids that hit the ball in the park. We've got players that get on base, and we've got two teams that play good defense. So, I mean, we're familiar with them in that way, but at the same time, that was February.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live. Now, Vegas insider, senior handicapper, and fan of the cold Budweiser bottles, Brian Edwards.
It's got to be touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
Brian Edwards.
I don't really love it.
Brian Edwards.
Were they using the cream cheese to butter the bagel?
Brian Edwards.
I'm going with the cowgirl.
Here is Brian Edwards.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Male Medical. That's DBM Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. We are joined now by Brian Edwards, our Vegas insider for Major Wager. What's up, B? How we doing?
Good morning, gentlemen. What's happening?
B, I got some issues. I want you to.
I mean, Lord, don't we know?
No, that wasn't that funny.
I overslept. This is like, I've only been up 5 minutes, so that was a good start to my day.
All right, B, at what age growing up in your household, right? Yeah. Did you have to stop asking if you could open a grocery? Or what, did you just grow up like if you wanted it, you opened it?
Wow. That's not the where I thought this question was going. Oh, man. I think I probably just opened it whenever I was ready to. And I might have got scolded. I don't know.
Just kind of a free-for-all, like if you wanted to open up a new bag of chips, you just did?
Probably. I don't know. How did you answer this question, Ravi? Did he ask you this one?
No, he's different. Ravi was super entitled. He had no boundaries. If he wanted to open a new Oreos and he was 7 years old, he opened a new bag.
If I looked in the refrigerator and if my mom had sliced some cantaloupe and what have you, I think I got after it.
Listen, I just hung up the phone with my mom. I had her on speaker because I was mad at one of my oldest kids. And listen, he's playing college. Like, he's clearly going to want to do what he wants to. But
by the way, I looked him up. I saw he had 13 tackles in the bowl game.
Yeah.
I didn't remember if I'd asked you if you got much playing time last year. I looked this up within the last month. And I saw he was the leading tackler in the bowl game. I'm like, okay, all right.
He might be all right. We'll see. Okay. I just hung up with my mom, and because I thought I was misremembering. I was
Roger Clemens' word.
And she verified, even when I was in high school, if I wanted something and it wasn't opened, I had to ask. Like, you heard her say that, right?
Yeah, no, I did. I'm saying, like, okay, by the time I was in high school or even like middle school, like my parents were both working. I wasn't around, like they weren't around. If I didn't open it myself, like I just starved. Like, I'm just not going to not open it. You know what I mean? Like, not going to call them at work to be like, hey, Mom, can I open this bag of chips? Like, I'm opening the chips.
I don't know, just different lifestyles. I don't know. B, how are we feeling about the bounce back last night for OKC?
I hate myself for not taking OKC plus 125 to win it all and minus 115 to win the series yesterday going into game 2. I hate myself.
That late, you could have got plus money?
You could have got plus 125 on OKC to win the NBA Finals yesterday before Game 2, and you could have had them minus 115 to win the series. And I hate myself for not taking both. Is where I'm at.
What's that number?
What was the shift this morning?
What am I mad at myself this morning?
No. What is it now for OKC?
Oh, I haven't looked yet. Remember, I overslept. I just woke up like 5 minutes ago.
I'm just telling you, you're too old for that too, B. Like you can't be oversleeping, man.
I said, Alexa, wake me up again in 20 minutes. And I said it twice. And the second time, I don't know if they heard. I don't know if Alexa heard me.
Listen, my Alexa's gotten goofy. She has like this friendly voice now, and she's kind of weird, man. I don't know if this is like enemy of the state in 2026, but I'm going to stop talking to her.
So at least on FanDuel, Oklahoma City is now minus 115 to win the title. So it shifted a little, not a ton, but they're
minus 180 going into Game 1.
Yeah.
So that's wow, that's still doable.
That's still pretty good. That's not a huge.
Yeah.
I get it's from plus to minus, but it's not a huge shift there. If you think San Antonio is going to get some guards back healthy, you can get plus money on them at plus 210. Or if you're on Rico's Knicks, you can get them at plus 430.
What team do you believe in the most? OKC?
OKC, but I kind of got a little cold feet with Wemby dominating Game 1. And then I just got cold feet and listened to here's my conundrum tonight. So I usually zigzag in Game 2. And obviously that worked last night. But
no, the Cavs are broken. Cavs are broken.
Say that again?
The Cavs are broken.
Well, so I had the Cavs.
I don't know.
I had the Cavs and the under in Game 1, which is just bad beats plural from hell.
Yeah.
So how do we even determine what the zigzag is tonight? Because Cleveland should have been the winner and the under should have been the winner. Like the under almost hit even after an overtime.
After the overtime, yeah.
I only lost by 1. I had under 218 and hit 219. And then in Game 1 of Spurs, it was still under in Game 1. It had to go to double OT to go over. So that's why I was messed up on the zigzag for the over-under last night. And now I have no idea what to do tonight because I kind of want to go Cavs and under again because that should have been the winner.
Don't bet on Cleveland. Don't
you
bet.
Just think they're dead. You think they're dead on arrival now.
So I was hard on Cleveland going into Game 1.
Yeah, he said they'd win it outright. And he said the 7 were free.
I thought they were going to. I looked like a genius for about 3.5 quarters. And I didn't think I was going to learn much from Game 1 if how it finished playing out how I thought it was going to with Cleveland winning. But collapsing like that, like there's scar tissue there. I would not trust until I at least see Cleveland again not be traumatized by it. Like I am not touching Cleveland.
Can we go back to and I think when we were talking about if Trae Young's any good like a month ago and I said something about James Harden and his defense.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's coaching malpractice. Like I don't know how you're Kenny Atkinson and watch that for 7 consecutive minutes.
Or had time to think about it and answered the question in the presser the way you did.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he's been one of our best defenders. No, he hasn't. That's never been true of James Harden at any point in his life ever. That's not. It's just
like we're too old for the fake pep talks. You can do it.
Unequivocally not true. Like how many times did Jalen Brunson just have to blow by your ass and like just do the Olay, like try and swipe at it at the end? Like it was one of the worst defensive performances I've seen, even from James Harden.
Right.
And it was coaching like if they fired Kenny Atkinson after that press conference, after saying that, it would have been totally justified.
How does he not yank him?
That's my point. Like how the rotations were terrible. Like they didn't even
the effort. It's clear the effort's not there.
They didn't even try anything different. Even if you're like, hey, we have to have Harden on the floor for offense. I get that. They didn't even try anything different until the lead was basically evaporated in trying to like throw a double at him or whatever. And then they were so scared of like the one OG Anunoby made 3-pointer and Landry Shamet that they're like, oh, we screwed up doubling. No, make OG and Landry Shamet make shots to beat you.
Like Shamet gets that lucky ass roll, and Merrill and Mitchell both had threes go halfway down in the last. I mean, I was up by 28.5 points, guys, with 7.5 minutes left.
Mike Breen let out like half a bang on that Sam Merrill one at the end. That
was one of the worst. I didn't have a lot on it, so I was kind of like, oh my gosh, thank goodness I didn't have big bets on this, or I would be this brain right now.
Are you more surprised that the line is the exact same tonight, or that the Spurs are only a 2-point favorite tomorrow?
I don't think I'm surprised by either.
Okay. I thought the Spurs line was a little late, and maybe it is the backcourt situation, but I thought it would be Spurs by probably.
Okay. I'm forgetting about Jalen's injury. So have we heard anything on that?
Well, so I don't know about Jalen, but I'm worried. I'm worried about Harper not being able to play. I thought it was a cramp at first, but they're doing an MRI on that hamstring, which tells me he's probably not playing. Yeah. I think the high ankle sprain is not as precautionary for De'Aaron Fox as people like. I think if he could have played last night, he would have. Even though they stole game one, I think there's if you saw Stephon Castle, if he's their lead guard for the rest of this series, they're not winning.
He had 11 turnovers in game one. 11.
He had like 8 and they more won last night.
Yeah.
Like
I'm sorry. Game one, he had 11. I haven't even looked at the box.
He's at like 20 for the series right now. Like he's insane. He cannot be your primary ball handler. They will not win another game this series if that's the case.
All right, so we're a little gun shy on the NBA, but how do you feel about your homework assignment from last week with the Houston Cougars? Am I on this?
I read a big article about it the day after. Go to Major Wager. Edwards is bullish on Fritz's 2026 Cougars. I love it. You gave me a great assignment. I agree on everything. I agree on plus 12.5 at FanDuel in week 3 against Texas Tech because we don't even know if Hammond will be ready.
You got to grab it now. They could win the game.
Right. It is plus 400 money line. They went 9-3 last year. Here, I'm just scanning my article. Or they went 10-3 last year, but 9 in the regular season.
So 7.5 going into this year for their win total.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. FanDuel has the over at minus 154. They did a few days ago. But DraftKings already got an alternate win total. You can take them over 8.5 at plus 130. You can take them. I'm not getting this extreme, but you can take them over 9.5 at plus 300. And I think 10-2 is very possible. But I've got them
12 title game.
Dude, their schedule's pretty light, man.
They could be in the Big 12 title game,
especially if Texas Tech doesn't have Sorsby and Hammond's not ready. Like their schedule is really manageable.
Yeah, look, I only see them underdogs 3 times. And look, if Kansas State gets off to a bad start and Houston, let's say they lose by 6 at Texas Tech, and they are, 4-1 at that point? Are they really going to be an underdog at K-State? Probably, but 3 max.
I think Colin Klein, he will have K-State's offense
doing
back
well.
rolling. That they're reunited, and I think it'll feel pretty good.
And so, but Utah, I think, is going to take a step down. The head coach is never, we'll see. But look, now some of these games are going to be, not very highly favored. Is Oklahoma State going to be really good with that quarterback? Maybe.
People are bullish on them.
Huh? Oklahoma State's going to be pretty – they got them at home, though. 2 cold weather games at Colorado and at West Virginia, they're definitely going to be favored. And I think they win those. But, I agree with you on everything. Look, you got a great plan B at quarterback. Wegman was fantastic last year, 25-9 TDI-INT ratio, 700 rushing yards, 11 touchdowns rushing. You got Amari Thomas, first team All Big 12 last year. I liked a lot of their under the radar gets in the portal. One of the O linemen was first team All MAC last year. You also got a starting center. That's the guy. The starting center, Boswell, was the first team All MAC last year. But you got an offensive tackle from Miami of Ohio that was second team All MAC. You got an offensive guard from Tulane who was the third best run blocking tight end, run blocking offensive tackle in the nation, third best. And Mekhi Hughes, who he had at Tulane for 1 year, 1,389 rushing yards. Another year for Summerall, 1,401 rushing yards and 15 touchdowns. And then he redshirted at Oregon last year. You got a transfer wide receiver from Oregon State who had 68 catches, 823 yards last year. You got a corner, Will James, second team All Big 12 last season. I mean, there's a lot of nice parts, and I agree with everything you said, Damon. Like the over and plus 12.5 against Texas Tech.
That is our guy, Brian Edwards from Major Wager Beat. Appreciate the time as always. Get that coffee in you, right? Got to get going for the day. Let's go.
Let's go, guys. Thanks, fellas. Y'all have a good week.
We'll talk to you later. That's Brian Edwards from Major Wager. We'll be right back. We've got Michael BRUNTZ, Husker 24/7, coming up next here on Hurrdat Sports Live.
It's time for Stars, Stripes, and Savings at Edwards Hyundai. Lease the 2026 Hyundai Palisade SE all-wheel drive, starting at $339 a month. Big savings to start May right. 2 great Hyundais, 1 big May event. Let's go. We've also got the 2026 Hyundai Elantra SE. Sign and drive for $0 down, starting at $249 a month. Don't wait. Get in on Stars, Stripes, and Savings this May at Edwards Hyundai.
Yeah, that they're really good. I think that's probably all we need to know. I think there's so much on us both now, that both teams can go prepare for and do. But honestly, I think this will be about whoever can stay the most normal. We're both really good. We both have earned our way here. We both have played a very challenging schedule. So I think the team that can just be normal, be their best self, probably is a team that'll win this thing. But we're very aware of who they are and the two-headed monster that they have in the circle, and hitters up and down the lineup, athletic, well-coached, people that care about the game. So I think it'll be an absolute blast for people to watch.
Welcome to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Mail Medical. That's DBM Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. Reminding you, give our friends over at Next Gen a call, 402-614-9700. Tell them that DB and Ravi sent you over from Hurrdat Sports Live, and you'll get a free consultation. That means it's risk-free to go in there, see what they have to offer, see what they can do to get you feeling your best, whether it's testosterone therapy, a little bit of weight loss, a little bit of peptides. Maybe you need some healing. You got like a shoulder thing or a knee going on. Maybe you need to be able to hop some fences like DB over here. And
maybe you just need somebody to talk to.
That's true. They're very friendly. You know,
that's what I do.
You know, he just goes there when he's lonely. He just says, "Hey guys, what's going on?"
Sort of.
Sometimes that's what it seems like. Just go hang out.
I got a little insight. So I'm on a Nick kind of schooled me on how he's eating.
Yeah.
And I may try it. I don't know if I could be a several mini small meal guy.
Oh, he's like a every couple hours guy.
Yeah, I don't know if that will never be me.
He's pretty jacked. I might listen to him.
Dude, he is big swole.
Yeah. He is.
I'm like, huh.
He's got the boom. Team no neck, right?
Yeah. I was like, see, you're wearing tight clothes. It's just how they fit. You know, he's soft spoken for the way he looks too.
Yeah.
It's like Danielle was extra funny yesterday.
Yeah, giving you a hard time.
Yeah, she wasn't moving very well, so I made fun of her for being stiff, and that went over like you'd think.
Why are you being mean to people all the time?
Because when I walked in, she goes, "Just sit down," and it was her delivery. You know, I'm a big delivery guy.
So give our friends a call, 402-614-9700. They will help you getting you feeling your best. And they might even talk to you like they do with DB. Give them a little chat.
So you know how it's so tough now. I have to talk to Michelle, and she was originally the toughest.
Yeah, I think she like softens up, as you get to know her.
I love it. It's the South owner coming out. She's like, "Look, let me do it. Get your hands." I was like, "Listen, this is gonna be talk to me." Oh, okay, go ahead.
Like, yeah, she is.
Yeah. I was like, "Ow,
you can't talk to me like that." Okay, sorry.
She's like, "Stop moving." It's fine.
You gotta stop like clenching and flexing while they give the shots, man.
I
you gotta
know
loosen up.
I'm fine.
You gotta loosen up.
Just don't. You can't just be like.
You can't just be like, "Give me the shot." It's like, yeah, it's gonna hurt, man.
It's not what I do. How does that go again?
Give me the shot. It's gonna hurt.
Whatever. Shane, is BRUNTZ still pulling the Dukes of Hazzard? Do you think he spun into the? It's the end of the school year. Are they still going to be going to daycare?
He's replying now. I'll know in a second.
He's he's just got in the chat. I think we just give him a second. I don't know.
I need video with BRUNTZ. He can't just
He's trying to connect.
He can't just be an audio only guy. It's not as much fun to get his sarcastic blank looks at me when I say something stupid. It's nowhere near as funny.
Yeah, I like it when we can see our guests. It's fun. It's better interactions.
Yeah, I mean I get it.
Yeah.
You think were you surprised at how cold my hands were? I'm warming them up right now.
No, it's because you keep it at 14 degrees in here.
I think it's sensational.
What do you mean?
You're like, it's so cold in here. I love it.
I don't.
Are you surprised by how cold my hands are when I turn the temperature down? It's crazy.
You would guess that I was pretty mean to you, but I'm not.
We're best friends.
I don't understand.
This is what I do to my best friends.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Well,
ask Jay about it.
According to KJ, I don't like anybody that isn't mean to me, which isn't really true. But
ask Jay about it, DB.
I will. Dude is wild. I need to talk to him.
Yeah, talk to your friends.
My man, Foreskin. That's my dude.
I think you can call him that.
I do.
Michael's here.
Are we audio only? God dang it.
I think we are. We got Michael BRUNTZ, Husker 24/7, joining us now. BRUNTZ, how are we doing this morning?
Not bad. What's up?
Hey, I got a couple of things. Business right away. Okay? Why am I not invited to your Panther party tonight? Can I crash the baseball party or what?
Yeah, you can come.
Well, thanks, because nobody talks more baseball than I do, and I feel like, I don't know, would I put you guys over quota of guys that like baseball? I mean, or why couldn't I come?
I'm not hosting it, so I wasn't in charge of the invites. You're
I
welcome.
knew you'd have some practical answer.
You're welcome to do like a run-in, like a WWE style run-in, and just come in and grab a mic and start talking baseball, I guess.
So I could be like Brock Lesnar and have to make an appearance. So because you guys are going to sue me if I don't hold up my end of the obligations. And Ben was the one that should have invited, or Nick. It's their party.
I think Ben is also an invitee. So it's Nick's thing. But you're welcome to come down. You should come downtown. You're going to be down there for some baseball anyways?
Yep. I mean, pretty much.
Hop on over.
So 6 to 8, it's at Cross Drain, right? That's right off of Millwork. So what are you guys going to do? Is it going to be like a round table, a forum, if you will?
Yeah, just talking some baseball. They've done this at various points through the year. More football and basketball focused, as you'd expect, but just strictly baseball. So the meeting of the minds, if you want to come meet.
All right. I have a question, but I'm afraid I already know the answer. Okay. So real quick, and we're going to get to good stuff, but this is good stuff because I'm learning about all my associates' growing up habits. At what age, or was there an age, BRUNTZ, that you needed permission to open unopened food in your house?
Oh, yeah, I mean, probably when I was younger, like early elementary school age. I don't know. I feel like I kind of had the run of the pantry for most of my childhood, but
Yeah,
I'd say probably first grade. Like I don't know.
BRUNTZ, DB just called his mom in a break and was like, "Hey, am I misremembering? Did I still have to ask permission in high school?" And she's like, "Yeah, of course you did."
BRUNTZ, you could do what you wanted to do in first grade?
I mean, I don't know. I don't ever recall being like turned back.
So if you opened the Little Debbie's and there were like 3 missing, nobody would say, "Who opened these?" They just were, the Little Debbie's were eaten?
Yeah. Well, there was only one. There were, in my house, there were not very many suspects. It was just me. So there really wasn't a lot of investigation that probably needed to take place if there were some missing Little Debbie's. But yeah, Twix bars, those are my drug of choice growing up. But I don't recall having to ask a ton of permission. I usually got the side eye if you went in the pantry a little too close to dinner, but
Sure, that makes sense.
Did you have you always been a relatively decent eater? Like, did you have like sodas and stuff around the house? Could you just like grab a soda or a Capri Sun or something?
Oh, we had like the full sugar Kool-Aid, like frequently.
Oh, yeah, we're the Kool-Aid.
So,
we're the Kool-Aid family.
You didn't stir it with your hand, so it doesn't count.
Big old
with your hand.
Big old wood spoon.
Yeah. Oh, you're a wooden spoon guy, BRUNTZ?
Yeah, we have a big wood spoon.
No. This is you. I know about you now. You can't get into the cool kids
We
club.
had the wooden spoon. Who's stirring it with their hand? That's crazy.
Sometimes you just do what you had to do.
It was a pitcher though. I would have been like up to my elbows.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
You guys ain't been around long enough.
You just like rolling up your sleeve and going going elbow deep? Like, what are we doing?
Well, that's probably why you had to get permission if you're putting your elbows in Kool-Aid.
Jesus, BRUNTZ.
You get everything all sticky from your Kool-Aid hands.
Okay, it's fine. If you had to bank on atmosphere, you taking bowling tonight at 8 or the Schwab at it's not going to be 5 o'clock tomorrow, but whatever that game start time is.
I'll take Schwab. Give me the Schwab. I think
bowling.
What I understand is that pre-ticket sales were quite robust down there.
You can't get pairs.
Yeah. So are they going to open more sections?
They have to.
Well, they don't have to because they haven't in the past when they've needed to.
BRUNTZ.
They should. That's a better way to phrase it. They should.
But they've known this since Monday mid-morning ish, right?
I know. None of it makes sense. I mean, who's controlling that?
Yeah. All right.
You're saying
hey, by the way, it's Big Ten baseball tournament week. Who's in first place in the AL West?
It's unbelievable, BRUNTZ. You didn't even take the low number. You extended it.
Yeah.
Must be nice. I mean, did you in your former life, were you like the amazing Karnak guy? Were you big Johnny Carson guy?
Yeah, well, it's all about pushing the chips all in when you can, and when you have a chance to be above 500 in the AL West, you push. So, but yeah, no, that's first place after getting a no hitter into the ninth and then somehow losing earlier this week. So,
I know. I said
we talked about
the
this,
very
yeah.
next morning. Ravi was asking. I don't know. He's always in my business about how I feel. So I was like, I don't know. I said, I found myself cheering for BRUNTZ last night and feeling bad. And he asked me why. And I said, not only did you lose a no-no, you got 2-run walked off.
Yeah.
In the whole deal. And so I was like, that probably blows, but
it wasn't fun.
Not like losing 5 in a row to the Cubs or, a handful of games to the sorry-ass San Francisco Giants, but no, you're right. I prefer to not get walked off after throwing a no-no.
What place are you guys in again?
We're finally back in first.
Okay, yeah, you'll be okay.
We got a robust 2-game win streak too, BRUNTZ. How you like that from my plucky Dodgers?
It's the little engine that could right there in Dodger blue.
You're tied for the best run differential in the league. I don't need to hear from you.
And somehow we're only 31-19.
Oh no, only 31-19 in first place in our division. No, this is terrible.
How about Yamamoto losing 1-0 to the Fathers? That was
yeah. How long is that going to go on? Do you think before the Dodgers actually do pull away? Like how long is this going to take? You want to do a similar thing?
Slow starters.
Yeah.
Considering the run differential difference between the Dodgers and Padres is 95, I imagine pretty soon.
Well, you don't get Glass now and Snell back for a while.
Well,
you just have to do with the other 8.
Hopefully they can hang on till then.
Well, Diaz is out for another probably 50 days. I mean, we don't have Enrique. It's tough out here.
Is he on his is he on his cockfighting ring or what's going on? Like, is that what he's missing time for? He's got to run his empire or what's?
I'm right here, guys.
I'll take. So BRUNTZ has to manage my 24/7 account.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell what my password is, but BRUNTZ made it funny. And you remember what you made my password, BRUNTZ?
I don't.
It's 2 pitchers. Dodger pitchers.
Oh.
Do you remember?
I don't remember it.
I had to lock it in because I was like, I like those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But that's not even in my wheelhouse. Why would he have picked that?
Like former Dodgers?
One's a former, one's a current.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, Mr. Creative. BRUNTZ, I got questions, though.
Uh-huh.
Was it said out loud what happened on Nebraska's draw, why they get the 2-game team versus the 3-game team?
You mean why they sent out the wrong bracket?
Is that what it was?
So the league sent out 2 different brackets. There was on social media that night. So there was the one, and it's kind of confusing with the way it's laid out because the way it's even laid out now, it looks like the 2-game team flows into where Nebraska's at. But if you look at it, it's actually the 3-game team. So And they sent out the wrong bracket and deleted it on Sunday night.
I asked Ravi to read it to me top to bottom without me looking at it, because that would give me what I actually think is supposed to happen versus what I'm seeing.
Yeah, no. So the way it's going to play out is the way that it was intended to play out. The graphic that they're using
still
it's correct, but it kind of, your eye goes to the wrong place, if that makes sense.
It's very confusing.
Yeah. I'm looking at it.
The way it's the winner of Washington versus the winner of Ohio State, Michigan.
And it skips a spot.
That team will go play Nebraska, correct?
Nebraska would get the
Washington
team that wins in the loser's bracket.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. So Washington's going to play Oregon. This is a terrible bracket.
Washington gets Oregon, and then Nebraska gets the winner of Ohio State or Michigan.
That's why I asked you to read it to me top to bottom. I didn't follow that. I just know the game that they're supposed to get the winner.
Yeah, I'm looking at this top to bottom.
I had to make up my own way to do it, BRUNTZ.
And Washington looks like it's feeding directly into Nebraska, and it's not. This is really stupid.
But they should have listed Nebraska up as the true two.
Yeah, this is insane. Anyway,
BRUNTZ. So it's at this stage with where they'll be at offensively, and we'll see what happens with actually what time they'll play this game tomorrow. But do you care at this point with how these arms are being exposed? Well, we saw Iowa yesterday. I mean, it wasn't the first time because Michigan did the same thing. But how about starting a closer? Are we overthinking this?
Well, I mean, I think like Ohio State kind of tried to get away with it with doing essentially an opener. And you have to, I mean, if you're those teams, I mean, you've got to win it, right? And you need to, there's different ways to set it up. I mean, those teams are, I think, thinking that, the further you get, with still having maybe a weekend guy or two, you're going to be better off for it. I mean, Michigan, they kind of burned through a couple of their better guys yesterday. And so, what they look like is going to, it feels like, at least right now, that maybe Ohio State's in a better place than Michigan pitching wise, but that's the format that they came up with. I mean, with the goals that they set out to do, which was to protect your teams that are already in, they have done an excellent job of that, because if you're Nebraska, you're getting a team that's either in the 50s in the RPI, or you're getting a team in the 70s. I think Ohio State's in the 70s. You're getting that team on Friday, and you're allowing teams like Michigan to try to get a few wins. And so that's worked out really well. The challenge, though, is if you're a team that has to start playing on Tuesday, how the heck do you line that up pitching wise? Because you're just going to be absolutely running on fumes if you're able to make it through to Saturday somehow. And oh, by the way, you've got, potentially Mason Edwards or somebody like that sitting there waiting for you after you've already played 3 games. So it's an interesting format. I actually don't mind it. I like it a lot better than last year's format. All games matter, and you're at least, giving yourself a chance.
BRUNTZ, I saw an amazing stat yesterday on the Big Ten Network, because I was going to ask you about matchups, and that's kind of low-hanging fruit, but considering I'm not very creative, maybe after I tell you this stat, I'll come back and ask it to you anyway. But so Oregon's pitching staff, which had the great non-con, right, and then finished the way that they did. Everybody talks about SC and UCLA, but I saw a stat yesterday on the Big Ten Network where Oregon has 9 pitchers that have thrown anywhere from 20 to 75 innings. Okay. Every single one of those 9 has more strikeouts than innings pitched. BRUNTZ, thoughts? Are you with me?
You still there?
Yes, are you? Did you hear the stat?
Hello?
BRUNTZ!
BRUNTZ. There you are. Hit me with the stat again. So Oregon's you froze and it was doing like that mechanical like thing, and I was like, oh no, this is a really long stat that he's gonna have to repeat for me to respond to it.
I'm yelling my brains out, and he simply goes,
There you are.
All right, BRUNTZ. So Oregon has 9 pitchers.
Yes.
They've thrown anywhere from 20 to 75 innings.
Okay.
All 9 pitchers have more strikeouts than innings pitched.
Okay.
Is that not wild?
That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. That's you take that.
Yes, I would.
Yeah, BRUNTZ, I would.
That's pretty good.
Are we like we talk SC and UCLA? Are we missing something with Oregon? I mean, those are power arms.
No, they can pitch it for sure. And it's interesting though, like I don't know, like I wasn't when Nebraska played them, I wasn't like floored by what they had starting pitching wise. Like they're really good, and they were running power arms out of the bullpen that whole series. But I don't know, like it almost kind of felt like going into the tournament last year that you kind of had a little bit more respect for what Oregon had on the mound. Maybe I'm wrong, but you know, I think USC gets a lot of the run because I mean their top 2 guys are like legit good top 2 guys. Like I was floored that Mason Edwards wasn't a unanimous Big Ten pitcher of the year. Like that I don't know who you would even consider to add to that list. In my mind it kind of starts and stops with him. But no, I think if you probably look at just, complete staff and kind of what they've got, I mean, I think Oregon's, right up there with the tops in the league for sure. I mean, UCLA is kind of the same way with the arms that they run out of the bullpen. But, I think USC is very like top heavy in that way with Govell and Edwards. But, Oregon, like you said, I mean, those numbers are impressive. They really are.
BRUNTZ, are you of the mind that any of the top 4 seeds could win this tournament?
Yes, I am.
No one below that, though, right?
No.
Mm-mm.
And I mean, a lot of that's format.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah. Just
I also think, though, I mean, you've seen it all year. I mean, apologies to Purdue, but I mean, there was a pretty clear line all season of who the top 4 teams in the league were. And, in this format, maybe, it just takes a Ty Horn like last year against UCLA. Somebody comes out on a weekend and has a great performance like that, or, somebody, an offense is just clicking. I would not put it past any of those 4 teams to be able to win. I mean, Oregon's a very scary team with the way they hit the ball. And obviously it's a little bit of a different park that they're having to deal with there this week, but I mean, they can score that like in bunches. I think USC, if they're going to do it, they're probably going to need to do it on the mound. Like, I don't know that they've got the firepower at the plate to, in comparison to the other 3 schools, but I think it's fairly wide open in spite of what UCLA did during the regular season.
So this is so weird. And maybe you can help me unless you're going to tell me I need to do like this Rorschach thing. But I get UCLA's numbers, but I'm watching all this college baseball all year. And listen, Rock will probably spend about 6 minutes in minor league baseball before his call up. But when I watch them play, I'm never like, ooh, shoot, like this is a juggernaut. Right? Is that
more me. They don't. I don't have the fear factor when I look at that gaudy record.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're not. I mean, if there's been series and games where like they have not played like a team that basically ran the table as number one all year. I mean, they were probably pretty fortunate to not lose that series to Sacramento State at home earlier in the year. I don't know how much of that series against Washington you guys watched between UCLA and Washington, but that was if you were just looking at box scores, I don't know that necessarily told the tale of how that series went. Like it was a really competitive series that frankly Washington had a chance to win that series too. So I do when you kind of start talking about pitching depth, I mean, does UCLA have, who would they be throwing on Sunday in the title game? I think Nebraska can match up fairly well in that regard and the way that they can line things up. I think Oregon can. USC maybe not as much if you get to Sunday, but the one thing that UCLA's lineup has though is they really are tough 1 through 9. I mean, they really do have some guys that can hit it. So that if anything, I mean, UCLA is just so balanced in that way that it's not just, they're not out there just, 10 running teams and stuff like that, but they're a veteran group with good players that's been through it. And I think there's probably a lot of value this time of year in having a lot of those guys on your roster like that.
How much, if at all, do you think, and I don't know if this has changed since we talked last week, do you think the results this week impact hosting a regional?
Not much. Not much. I mean, I think the thing that, the format is going to protect the teams. For Nebraska, I mean, you're getting a team that's not going to be a huge RPI blow. Like, I would have been a lot more concerned if they were getting like Washington, who's I think they were in like the 160s whenever I looked yesterday. They might have moved up quite a bit, but the resume is the resume. You got a 41 win team. You have 9 quad 1 wins. You scheduled tough and you won some of those. I think there is an aspect of what that host kind of environment could look like. I think that plays into it a little bit. I don't think this time of year you're going to get like these huge swings. There is an opportunity though, I think, for Nebraska to kind of tidy things up a bit. I mean, if what's that?
Tidy.
Like if you get to Sunday, I think they're comfortable, right? Should be fairly comfortable right now. But if you get through to Sunday, I mean, that's even better. The metrics that maybe don't, look at you as favorably are going to look a little bit better. So I don't think there's a ton of downside to maybe how this weekend's going to play out for Nebraska. Like I think the 7 wins to finish the regular season, put them in a good spot.
Are you going to participate in no, because you're at your own party. We're passing on bowling tonight to go to your baseball party.
Yeah, I will not be at bowling. I wasn't at bowling last week either. So I will avoid bowling this weekend as well. I'll be watching it, covering it from home, but yeah, not going to be over there. I'm eager to see that though. I'm actually really excited to watch that super.
Yeah, the love of my alma mater, Nebraska softball with Coach Ravel, and my affinity for Ruby Malin and her family. I mean, her little brother's at Westside. He's playing football. It's like followed her forever. This going to be a spectacular environment.
Yeah, no, I think like late NCAA tournament softball is pretty good. It's usually pretty good drama, and I'm actually really excited for watching these two teams.
Hey, buddy.
There you go. That's our guy, Michael BRUNTZ, Husker 24/7. Not inviting us to parties, but it's okay. We'll try and repair the relationship next week. It's okay.
Open invite. If you guys are just walking around, come on by.
Hey, when's the last time you've driven? Wait, have you been to the Schwab yet for the tournament? No, I haven't seen. You haven't yet, have you?
Not for the Big Ten.
Okay, so I'm just going to tell you, plan accordingly with how they've torn up the streets for the rail car. It is in apps. There's lanes in the middle of two ways.
Where?
Downtown.
Where downtown?
Look, I'm telling you, you can go from Harney over to Fahey. So that would be south to north or north to south, and anywhere from 19th to 10th.
Oh, that's good advice. I haven't been down there since
BRUNTZ, I'm telling you, you're going to pull your hair out.
Your best option, BRUNTZ, is to go north of the stadium onto Cumming and take Cumming all the way down.
That's usually how I do it. I'm assuming that a lot of other people are going to follow that direction.
Everybody does, because I play baseball at Carter Lake, and I tried to go that way too. And even on a Sunday afternoon, everybody gets off on Cummings to take Cumming east.
Yeah,
so,
that's not ideal.
No, it's a mess.
Is it like better? Am I better to like go around by like Epley, like come that way?
I don't think you should What time are you? Oh yeah, with your it's 6 to 8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen. Do the Epley thing.
Okay. All right. That's good advice.
Yeah. Do the.
It's a long way around, but you'll be going opposite of the way the traffic's coming that way. You might be better off.
Just do it.
All right. That's good advice, guys. I'm out of my element in the big city. So thank you.
I know.
You can get familiar with the one ways. We have those downtown. You know all about that.
Yeah, I know those.
All right, buddy.
Yep. See you guys.
See ya.
That's Michael BRUNTZ, Husker 24/7. We'll be right back. Take a quick break. More Hurrdat Sports Live coming up next.
It's time for Stars, Stripes, and Savings at Edwards Nissan. Lease the 2026 Nissan Rogue Platinum starting at $349 a month. A platinum lease for less this May. 2 Nissans, 2 great deals. Only at Edwards. We've also got the 2026 Nissan Pathfinder SV starting at $399 a month. Another win for May. Don't wait. Get in on Stars, Stripes, and Savings this May at Edwards Nissan.
You know, John and I talk all the time about, just volleyball and coaching and different things. And one of the things he said to me along the way was, if you're going to work as hard as you can, it's nice to do it in an environment where people care. And I think what's special about Omaha and the Supernovas is everybody cares. The athletes care, the staff cares, the front office cares, the organization cares, the fans care, the community cares. It's just the investment of, I don't know, emotion, of passion, of energy, of time, of everything that's gone into the Omaha Supernovas. We were talking earlier. I think it's not just unique in professional volleyball in the United States, but it might be unique in volleyball in the world. And so, the opportunity to be a part of that was almost a no-brainer. It's just, if you can work I'm going to work as hard as I can, and I'm going to do everything I can for this organization. And if you can do that in an environment where everyone cares, it's pretty special. And so for me, just everything that goes into this experience is special. Yeah, it's unique for sure.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live. That's DB. I'm Ravi, Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ, reminding you Union Omaha Soccer is back, and it's the hottest ticket downtown at Morrison Stadium. Join us for Pups at the Pitch night presented by Ralston Vet on May 23rd at 7 p.m. Get there early. The first 500 fans will receive a free collapsible pet bowl courtesy of Ralston Vet. Help defend our turf alongside your hometown stars and watch as your Owls electrify the pitch. You don't just watch the action, you are the action. One city, one club, one means all. Get out to Union Omaha. And you get to see some dogs. I'm always happy when I was a little disappointed when I went to Tally Anderson the other night for Bark in the Park. Not a lot of dogs. I needed more dogs, guys.
I don't, excuse me. Most of the people that go to Tal, frequent Tal quite a bit.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if they really get into the dog thing because they don't normally do the dog thing.
It was more of like, I think, a regular situation.
Regular.
Just a regular. And so, there weren't as many dogs there as I was hoping. Although I will say one of the seniors brought his dog onto the field for his little ceremony.
What kind of dog was it?
It appeared to be, I don't know exactly what kind, but it looked sort of like a, some kind of a hound dog, like it had the long ears.
Oh, you ain't nothing but a hound. Speaking of which, this is a tragic story. And I kind of wanted to get to Jason Kidd and what's going on anyway, but I kind of don't.
Okay.
But did you see the thing where the 19-year-old that had the blue merle, the lurcher? So basically Benji?
Yeah.
Like had her throat ripped out.
No. What?
Man. Yeah. Like the family pet, like not some ominous. I'm talking a blue merle.
Yeah.
Like a lurcher.
Yeah. Just like lost it?
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
Dad came home and found her. And not only was he so devastated, Stingle's dad, he'd raised her his whole life.
Yeah.
So they put the dog down.
Sure.
And the pups.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, he wanted like.
No, I mean that'd be hard to. Yeah, I can't imagine wanting to like be around any of them.
A
after
lurcher
that.
though?
No,
like,
that's
like Google it.
No, I can't like that's not the type you normally think of like, hey, this one's going to be a problem or could be.
Show no signs. Super family dog. Yeah, nada.
Yeah, that's wild.
Nada.
That is. Yeah, that's weird. It's a weird breed. You don't hear that. I mean, I don't know a lot of people with lurchers, but you don't hear a lot about them in terms of being aggressive.
And yeah. But the thing about that though, Spaniels bite though.
Yeah.
I was just talking about 42, 45 English Springer Spaniels.
I haven't been around a ton of Spaniels.
Yeah, I think Cockers might lead the country in. Let me just
in
ask.
bites.
Yeah. Let me just. How should I pose the question?
I would just say, what
breed of dog has the most reported bite incidents?
So your problem there is going to be you're going to be pretty heavy on reported popular dogs because there's just more of them. So like a lot of the times that comes up is like golden retrievers or like yellow labs because there's just so many of them. You kind of need to do like bites per capita or most average bites or something.
Dog bites by breed. Let's see who is well represented.
Chihuahuas are going to be high on that list. Little dogs bite a lot, but it might go underreported because, they're little.
Yeah, I don't like this site. No, it's complicated.
Is it giving you some issues?
Yeah. I mean, not like working with you every day, but different kinds.
Well, my issues help you out, though, I think, long term. I'm here to help, DB. I know you know this about me.
Ravi.
The self-awareness is incredible.
I'm a helper at my heart. You know this.
Everybody, people that have labs, Jeremy, love their labs.
Oh, labs are great dogs.
Labs and retrievers.
I love Austin's dog, Ava. She's a golden retriever. Great dog. But typically when you have to be very specific about kind of bites per 100.
Okay.
Heath, come on, man.
I felt like Cockers was better than Spaniels.
Why?
Spaniels? Because if you have anything that's a Cocker Spaniel, it's
Joe.
No, you get like the cockapoos or the cockadoodle.
Yeah.
That's so. I just
not a cockadoodle.
You don't say spaniel doodles.
It's a little wordy.
DB, for your own sake, please stop saying the C word. Please.
I hate him.
Do you hear me? I'm quaky. I'm tired. I worked hard at school.
Sometimes I just have to laugh him off just to keep from crying. I'm serious. It's my only alternative. It doesn't do me any good to get frustrated because it only compounds the problem.
Daniel says the amazing spaniel.
Of course he did. JMP, which dogs are psychotic? I want to know. I'm a big dog guy. We had 8 Springer Spaniels, and they've all been sane. So all come from dog breeders. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just jumping around. Juan. So that particular restaurant, I think, is in Blackstone.
Oh, I don't know that one.
It's pretty good. Yeah, they are. See, I agree. But I'm not here to blaspheme dog breeds because then those dog breed people get mad at me. But
I haven't been around a ton of Cocker Spaniels, so I don't.
Yes, Lord, lift us up. Hey, Jibs, funny story.
I made that joke. You just ignored me.
No, because
I said Joe Cocker.
No, I understand. Do you know I used to impersonate him?
No, I don't. I did not know that.
Again, it would be ask my mom.
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
No, he has different mannerisms.
I'm not aware. I know who he is, but I'm not
the whole.
Oh, he's doing like the Stevie Wonder.
He has weird.
Is he doing like the Will Smith? Like, mind your business now. Just mind your business.
I can't believe you don't know this.
I have no idea about Joe Cocker.
Big Lord, lift us up where we belong, guy. Were you an officer and a gentleman guy?
No, not at all. Not even a little bit.
Okay.
It's not my wheelhouse.
No, KJ, stop antagonizing me. I don't know why I'm yelling.
I got to Google Joe Cocker.
I don't like the website, KJ, because it had ads.
What's that?
Not because it was giving me answers I didn't like. It doesn't always have to be a negative.
Was it letting you know that there are singles in your area?
God, dude.
Get it off the floor.
Stop kicking around.
It was sat up here for 8 months. Now all of a sudden we want to put it on the floor because we're lazy asses.
Here we go. It's on there.
I bet I won't kick it up there.
I don't know. You turned it off there once.
Gee, many Christmas. See what you did to me, KJ?
Joe Cocker looks interesting.
You have to watch his mannerisms. I don't know if it was the 60s and 70s. Amazing. Some of these music heads probably. Shane, do you agree with me that Joe Cocker had weird mannerisms?
I don't really know Joe Cocker.
Wow. Outside of Shane's wheelhouse. That's surprising.
Oh, good.
I was gonna make a joke, but I'm not gonna do it. So what?
Okay.
I would have never mind. I can't. I cannot say that. I cannot say that. I can't say that. I can't say that.
I'm taking this out on you because
I didn't do anything.
KJ's not near me. My dude just said animal breed racist or weird. No offense. I don't discriminate against breeds of dogs.
There's definitely there's definitely breeds I prefer for dogs.
I know his comprehension is better than that.
No, he just likes to give you a hard time.
Is that what it is?
I think so. Yeah, there's definitely dog breeds I prefer over others. Yeah. I'm not a huge I don't mind little dogs, but especially with little dogs, there's certain breeds that I am much more tolerable of than others. Like the little rat terriers are like a lot to deal with.
I can't remember what kind of dog Jess has, but she's little.
Oh, Sunny?
Yeah.
What
kind
Sunny?
of dog is Sunny?
Jess, I know you're listening. What kind of dog is Sunny?
I don't know if she is. Her brother's in town.
I don't know. She texts us all the time during the show. I feel like she's listening.
It's Sunny. It's Sunni too.
Can I pet that dog?
My dude hit me with a Has anybody ever? Can you be racist against dogs? It's breeds.
Breedist?
Can I be breedist?
You're a breedist elitist? I don't know.
Oh, boy.
I think everybody has certain types of dogs they like more than others.
Juan, what kind of dog do you have?
I don't think that's a thing. I don't think that's surprising.
I don't know what kind of dog Juan has.
Well, he just got a haircut. What kind of dog we got?
My dog does not need haircuts. Neither of the three. Biggie's apparently got some of his spunk back since the eye ulcer healed because I caught him.
Is he feeling better?
Yeah, he needs to stay away from Bella. Like, dude caught a little juice. I was like, hey, man, too old for that.
Did you send him to Next Gen?
I really don't think that's that funny. I was a little disturbed. I was paranoid.
Yeah.
Yeah, because her appointment isn't until next week.
Well, he's fixed, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, that's fine then.
Ah, good point.
Yeah,
But still,
he's got both people got to be firing on all cylinders for that to happen.
just don't need that sort of fraternizing. Come home and cleaning up stuff. I ain't doing that. What?
Nothing.
Don't encourage KJ.
No, I'm not even.
It's don't.
I agree, Kay. I like mutts. All my dogs. I mean, I don't mind pure breeds, but all my dogs are mixes.
Yeah, now to his point, I'll own.
Oh,
that.
now you're okay with mixes.
You know what my parents look like, right? Like, of all people, you can't stick that one to me. You can try and get me on a lot of them.
Oh,
well, I'll show you Andy and Rose, and that's not one that's gonna stick.
Hey, Andy.
Not his real name. That's his white name.
I know. He looks about as much like an Andy as I do.
He came to America in the 70s, and they weren't real big on pronouncing Indian names at that point. So he's like, I'm gonna make this easy on you. I swear to God, I think I said this. I still don't know what my Uncle Mike's real name is. I have no idea.
Really smart one?
Well, I mean, they're all pretty smart, but no, the Uncle Cam is the one at NASA. I didn't want to be like, no, Mike's the idiot. Like, what do you want me to say? No,
they're all smarter than Ravi.
They're all smart.
Yeah, you know what he meant.
No,
I mean, is he wrong?
The one that works at NASA is Uncle Cam.
Is it short for Cameron?
Cam Lesh. That's his real name.
Of course.
I don't know what Uncle Mike's real name is. I have no idea.
Is it Esh? Something Esh?
I don't think it's like Mike Esh. I don't think that's a real name. That's out. Never mind.
I thought the same thing, but I wasn't going to say it. Was it one of those where your family came over and somebody's just looking at them?
A 9:30 guest. The last 10 minutes are nuts.
You're the one that brought up dogs. I
was trying to get to Jason Kidd.
No.
KJ threw me off my game.
You were. You actively made a choice. You're like, I wanted to talk about Jason Kidd, but did you hear about that girl that got her throat ripped out by a dog?
I was gonna move on.
Quote, Damon, I want to talk about Jason Kidd, but I don't know if I want to.
He might be my least favorite now. Every day. Every day.
Yeah, Juan, send us a picture of your dogs in the Discord. I want to know what we're dealing with here.
I don't appreciate you trying to take Juan from me either.
I'm not trying to take anybody. I want to see a picture of the dog.
I was talking to Juan about his dog. Now you can't just chime in and be like, "Hey, Juan, I want to be your friend too."
You're so territorial.
Can we do a future us problem and just set an absolutely random date for the commenter color draft?
Yes. What?
It's going to be spectacular. There are going to be so many hurt feelings.
Okay.
And mainly ours.
So we come back from break. I think we just start off.
When is our break?
So our break is from June 26th through July 6th. So we're off for like 10 days. We got a nice little break there.
Can we negotiate that?
I don't know. Sure. What are you trying to do?
I want to have the week off where our second camp starts.
When is your second camp?
I think it's the second week in July.
I think we're out.
Maybe we could do 5 and 5.
What do you mean?
Well, it's 10 days, right?
Well, that includes like weekends.
Or maybe we could do 3 and 4.
Why do we have to work around your schedule?
We're just saying numbers.
Yeah, Damon, you got to produce the show too?
Jesus.
It's based upon the 4th too.
You're off that week every year.
Okay, you guys, let's just keep it as is.
I mean, this is like a department-wide week off. This isn't just a DB thing.
I never thought it was this DB thing. I thought it was an us thing.
No, it's like the whole department.
I'm sorry, one person has an issue with the week off we're having.
Where's the foul?
God. This is so stupid.
Carol, don't worry. We will provide some content on those days that we record ahead of time.
Can you imagine a best of out of context?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Even in context, it doesn't make any sense.
The in context doesn't help a lot. Like
I was pleasantly proud of us for taking advantage of the professionalism of Sean, because I know him so well. It could have easily gotten silly, but I think the first time around we have to ease him into the fun and frivolity.
To the nonsense.
Yes.
You think asking him about the crackers right off the bat helped with that?
It was. It wasn't. I'm just glad he had some parameters, not like BRUNTZ, who was having like Mountain Dews as a 7-year-old.
Maybe it's a Miller North thing. You know, we do what we want.
Well, he said he was only child, so.
Well, Ravi blamed it on the fact they were rich. Which is it?
No, I was just saying, like, Bruntz's house seemed like one that Raj would go to as opposed to the other way around. That's all I meant. That's all I meant.
Dude, you're wild.
We should do this.
You don't handle being a newly bred elitist very well.
No, I handle now being an elitist fine. I don't want you to put that label on me from before because it wasn't true.
Also don't like the adjective bread in there. That's an odd way to put that there.
Get that bread.
Yeah, he has, T-Mac, especially for a guy that I defend almost 98% of the time. He's just way comfortable.
I think we should do the draft on June 25th, the last day before break. So we just have 10 days of people being like, what the? How did I get drafted here?
Dude, it's a long draft. We need the NFL beef.
There's a part of me that you would hate
and
this.
Team DB with the 21st pick selects. I don't know.
Game dog.
So how are we going to know who wins?
You're not really going to win. You just are responsible for the piss poor behavior going forward.
Oh my gosh.
So there's a part of me that you would hate this. there's a part of me that wants to do this at the sports bar, and anybody who lives here and is eligible for the draft
could just comes
to the draft, and they have to come up on stage. Every time somebody gets drafted, like I draft Heath, and he's like suited and booted, and he just comes up here and be like, "Oh man, we give him an Omaha hat to put on." And there's like, I'm so excited to be drafted by Team Ravi. That's been my guy for a long time, you know.
Everybody that I draft, I'm gonna have a different Mellow jersey for them to hold up.
Yes, you make him hold up a Mellow jersey. I'm happy to be drafted by Rip City Mellow.
Yeah, it's very important.
A mirror to put their hats on.
Carol says, I will not sign my contract if Shane drafts my ass.
Carol's going to be a holdout, not showing up to OTAs.
He's going to pull a Peyton Manning.
Eli,
yeah, he's going to force himself out.
I said, don't you dare.
Peyton.
No, Eli was the Chargers.
Because it was the Leaf Manning thing.
Eli was the Chargers. I promise you. They had the number 1 overall pick.
Maybe right.
Well, you know who I'm picking if I get first pick.
Carol.
Yep. That's my Fernando right there.
Hey, Shane, how do you feel about Mendoza?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I don't know. You're on Mendoza? What do you mean?
I still think I think there should be like an expansion draft, and we should have protected picks.
We'll have to figure out the details, but I'm putting June 25th. It's the last day before break. We're going to ride this thing all the way off the rails.
I think it'd be a lot better if we did the draft where we pick each other's teams and curse each other with the worst people.
Let's have one cursed pick.
I know who you guys are going to try to give me.
Well, no, but here's the thing. I think this is a great idea, Austin. We have one cursed pick. You can do your cursed pick.
If we get a cursed pick, then we need to have an agreed upon trade too.
What do you mean?
It doesn't have to be the cursed pick, but we should be able to make a trade.
Oh, sure. Okay. Yeah, I think that's fair. You can make
Rico's getting hurt. What?
Yeah, he just knows he's gonna have to make the graphics for all this, so he's getting a little twitchy over there.
You guys just keep coming up with a bunch of new shit, and I'm really not looking forward to it.
There it is. It only took 3 hours.
It's gonna be
7 minutes.
Well, he's only been here 2 days this week. He had to get his weekly swear word in. We got one from Austin
We still
earlier.
got one more day for an F word.
Yeah,
I'm sure that'll be tomorrow.
We're working on it. But no, I think we need to have, and you can use your curse pick. Like I could do my number 1 overall pick to give you Game Dog.
Would that be like the equivalent to like taking a safety at number 1?
That's taking an inside linebacker at number 1.
A guard.
We're going to full on draft day this thing. I'm going to trade 3 first-round draft picks for the number 1 for a guy I could have gotten at 7 the whole time.
Oh, God.
Ravi's drafting Anthony Bennett at number 1 and trading him to you.
I'm going to write on a sticky note first thing in the morning, Game Dog and no one else.
Game Dog no matter what.
So, Shane, I think how you win is that your team has to somehow kind of not always defend you, because we're going to say some things that not everybody agrees with, but I think they should have to rally against the masses. Right?
Yeah, they gotta be your ride or dies.
Yeah. I need somebody to help me fend off KJ and Kobe and the other 15 people that enjoy burying me.
So Kobe's going to be a hard eval, right? Because he's a tweener, right? He's positionless. Right? Because sometimes he hammers you, sometimes he hammers me. There's a lot of all caps happening.
Sometimes he kills guys in the chat.
Yeah, like never really sure where to put him. Right? He's kind of like a Taysom Hill situation where it's like, I don't know if he's a quarterback, but I think he's a good football player.
That's KJ.
What do I do here? Yeah, KJ's like Heinrich Harburg. Like he's our, he's our
just depends.
Local, homegrown.
It's a dice roll.
Depends on the day,
So is the curse pick, can you use it as like a trade too?
No, you can't trade the curse pick.
As in, if I had Game Dog, I can't just trade him automatically. So Damon has to take him.
Your cursed pick is you are stuck with that guy. No matter what.
The cursed pick is locked.
Yeah. Whoever picks if I am like, hey, Shane, you get tater salad, like you are stuck with tater salad. Like you cannot get rid of him.
Oh, I'm definitely giving Rico Husker Homer.
I can make it work.
Action Jackson's like, that's right. You get Brian Miller.
No, you're gonna make Carroll.
Carroll's not a cursed pick. It's just cursed for you.
Giving me Game Dog is not the worst person you could give me. Game Dog, he's like you guys don't like him.
I'll give you Jeremy.
No, Jeremy's actually cool. He's just he just is kind of a flatline guy. He's cool.
David says my first wife was a cursed pick. You and me
Can
both,
I take
brother.
Dave's first wife? Can we do? Never mind. No.
He's about to say something.
Do you want me to finish that thought?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
You want to do a first wife pick too? I'll take mine.
See, I knew he was. I mean, you're a dummy.
It's like really just feels like an attack on me and DB over here.
Well, one guy, he apparently is incapable of love, so he's safe as a kitten.
He says the only true destination is Sasha's team, most dependable organization within the league.
Dude, Sasha as their general manager / coach.
I don't think you guys are ready for that.
I don't know.
Yeah, you guys are gonna be in line.
You guys are going to get worked like dogs, and she's never going to show up to the office because her truck won't work.
You're going to be getting cussed out from far away, too.
She's literally getting a wisdom tooth pulled right now, so we can say whatever we want.
I bet she'd be. So, she's doing local. She's not going under because she can't handle it. She's doing a local anesthetic.
Do they put you under for a wisdom teeth now?
Yes.
Yeah, they do.
Are you nuts?
Yeah,
they did when I did mine. Like that
that was pre-medicine, Ravi. Sorry.
Was it pre-medicine?
They knocked you over the rock, right?
There's like, here, bite this belt strap. It'll be fine.
Different part of the country.
Oh, my bad.
World.
They knocked you with half a rock.
Nah. He says she's the Greg Popovich of Hurrdat.
Oh, do they still do that?
Do what? I don't think there's a lot of stoning going on.
You have to say it.
I mean, we're talking about throwing rocks at people. I don't think it's like coded language here. You know what I mean? I don't know that there's a lot of stonings going on anymore.
Oh,
I think we've hit on 2 of 3 today.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm not from that part of the country, so I'm not sure.
Ravi?
Yeah.
I think we've hit on 2 of 3 today.
2 or 3 what? Oh, yeah, at least. It's hard to tell.
Gas prices, am I right? Whose fault is that?
Thanks, Obama.
Yeah, 3 for 3.
Totally a Biden deal. Two out of 3 ain't bad. All right, I think we better stop.
Yeah, that might be the show for today.
Shane, cue the damn music.
I don't want.
Sorry about the stoning thing. I just was curious.
That's not. Never mind. Prefer the gummies kind of stoning. You gonna be all right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the show for today. That's
incredible.
Ben asked, what does being drafted mean to the draftee? We have no idea. This is pretty loosey-goosey, as you could probably tell.
Ben, you become a protected resource, or a protected species.
Yeah, you gotta be on my team. Like, you gotta be on the team.
Ben, if I drafted you, I would forever defend you and all your takes. I'd be like, hey, leave Ben alone. I don't know why you guys are arguing about him.
Hey, you leave Heath alone. It's my guy. It's my ginger. That's the show for today. We'll be back tomorrow.
You can't even say that right.
I don't know. Duval. What do you want me to do?
Nicola. It's my little Nicola.
I will never. I am. I'm trying.
Hey, my Nicola.
I will never, ever, ever say the name of Steve Kerr's son on the show ever. Not once. I won't do it.
I'm just waiting.
You talking about Nick?
Nicholas. Definitely going Nicholas there.
He even changed his dialect. Oh.
Shane, play the music again.
You know, Austin's getting the twitch.
Yeah, he was like,
at the bit. Now's my chance.
What's happening?
Now's my chance.
Shane, play the music.
He's entertained.
I did.
He's entertained.
No, there's there.
I played it like 8 minutes ago.
This is the second time he's played the music.
You were about to say no, you did, and I was like, don't, because he did. Play
I thought he meant
we just laughed our way through it.
I thought he meant like right before this. And I was like, I didn't hear music, but like 10 minutes ago, yes, I know you played the music like 10 minutes ago. It's fine. It's fine.
Can't wait for old Sasha to catch this one.
Yeah, well, she's gonna be high for the next like however many.
It's local.
No, you still are goofed up a little bit though, aren't you?
I don't know. I think
You think you give her a little?
girl.
You didn't give her a little gas mask or anything. You didn't get a little like.
I don't think she can handle
A
it.
little goofy juice. All right. Is she the G word like Heath, where it's like it doesn't work on her, or what?
I'm not playing the music again.
I swear, if you ask him to play the music one more time,
Shane, play the music.
just get out.
Oh, God.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
See you. Have a good day. Love you.